Good evening, everybody. It's another Football Friday night in Lion territory. Central Lion George Little Rock football is on the air, and this Friday night, the Lions welcome the West Sioux Falcons to Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids for the home opener for the 2019 season edition of the Central Lion George Little Rock football Lions. And a West Sioux team that comes in with a resume led by their all-everything quarterback Hunter Decker, the two-time defending Class 1A state champions, and West Sioux, a team that we saw last year down in Haywarden. As we bring Joel Viss in. Joel, West Sioux, we know what they're all about, and what they're all about is playing real good football. That's what they do.
Yeah, they've got a great group of athletes here in the senior class. You talk about Hunter Deckers, but you got Cade Lyon out in there. And then they've got some young guys who come in and they fill those backup roles. You know, we try and take away the big guys. They're big-name guys, and they go right to somebody else. They've got lots of weapons out there. Obviously, last week they put up 63 points on Boyden Hall Rock Valley, and they felt a little amiss, and you'll hear that from the coach. We had a chance to catch up with Coach Sweesaw, and you'll hear about it. He felt a little amiss after losing last year to Boyden Hall Rock Valley. He felt he did not get the respect he deserved go playoff time, and he said he is not going to allow that to happen this year, and they're going to take care of business every game.
Hence the 63 points on the board in week number one. They are a very effective offense that can put up points, and they are a team that you do not want to get yourselves in a track meet with.
No, but, you know, in the same aspect, you know, as Coach Sweesaw will also tell you, is his defense isn't overly strong. His defense is, they have that ability. They give up some big plays, and that's because they play very aggressive defense. They're going to blitz at us. They're going to bring everything they got. They'll play that 3-5, lots of linebackers coming from all angles, but you can catch them in the same aspect. But they're in that mode, like I said, they're all offense out there, and they're just going to try and outscore you.
Last year in Haywarden, very even-up game for the first half, it seemed like. But when you look at the scoreboard at the end of the night, I believe a 47-14 final. It's a team where if you give them a couple breaks, it can get out of hand real quick.
Yeah, and, you know, and that's just a good, solid football team. You know, they know what they've got. They're very confident in what they've got, and they're not afraid. I mean, they just go out there and they're really good at not letting one bad play hurt them. They don't get down on it. They just say, all right, let's go to the next one, and we'll get it right back. They have that confidence, and that comes from a lot of senior leadership and the talent that they have.
And it's a team that has followed a blueprint, so to speak, of let's say Spirit Lake as an example 5-10 years ago, where it was a program that once they started believing, once they started winning, boy, that winning was contagious, and now they really got something going here for a football program.
Yeah, they definitely want to keep the string going. They, like I said, they're back-to-back state champs. They'd love to make it 3 in a row. Very rare that a team can win 3 state titles in a row, and they'd put themselves in some pretty fine company, and that is the number one goal for this West Sioux squad.
And as for the Lions, the mantra will continue, just improve with each and every play, each and every week, each and every time you're out on the field, whether it be the practice field or the game field, get better with each and every play. That's going to be the mantra for this year's Lions football team.
Yeah, they struggled a little bit last week. You know, they got off to a slow start, gave up some plays. You know, we gave up a punt return and got them really short field. They scored. We gave up a pick 6. We got down right away and just could never get momentum going. Couldn't get anything going. Couldn't get into the feel of play. And I think that's going to be one of the big things for Coach Eben and his squad is they want to get into the flow of the game. And like you said, they want to improve from last week to this week. I mean, they know it's a tough challenge, but they definitely think that they can show some things, then they can definitely improve.
Well, it's a big night here for the home opener tonight. It is senior night for both the players and the cheerleaders. The seniors will be saluted prior to the game. Coming up at halftime, one of the best halftime shows you'll see all year. Junior cheerleaders going to be taking the track coming up at halftime. Boy, that's always a blast as well. So we'll look forward to that coming up at half here tonight. Got a very busy pregame show to get to. As Joel mentioned, we'll get together with Curtis Eben, head coach of the Lions, in just a bit. Also, Brian Sweesaw, the head coach of the West Sioux Falcons, all coming up here on the pregame show. This is Lion football on the Central Lion Broadcast Network. Coaches interviews coming up next.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank in your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics.
Farmers, it's harvest time, and let's face it, things are quite different this year. Are you worried that your yields are down, but your production costs will keep rising? Let DeNoble & Company, PC, certified public accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, relieve some of your stress by working with you to minimize your taxes and maximize your return. Call DeNoble & Company today for more information on end-of-the-year tax planning. We are a stable, reliable company with the security of experience and the energy of youth.
Turns gold. I was made for this. I was made for this. I was made for this. Last time the feeling was amazing. Jackpot is not for I was made for this. Can't stop the moves that I'm making. I was made for this.
Are you where you need to be on your financial planning process? Whether it's planning for retirement, investment, or risk management, trust our team at Frontier Bank Wealth Management to start you on the path to financial success. We guarantee exceptional customer service and value your time. We hold ourselves to the highest fiduciary standard in the industry and serve your interests, not our own. Whether you're just starting your financial plan or want help in maintaining it, let Frontier Bank help you plan your future.
Back at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids, it is game night for the Central Lyon George Little Rock Lions. Lions hosting the West Sioux Falcons here in the home opener tonight for the 2019 season. Along with Joel Viss, I am Jay Kelly, welcoming you into the Lion broadcast. Lions coming in with a record of 0-1 on the season following the opening loss in the Lyon County Beef Bowl last Friday night to the West Lyon Wildcats. West Sioux coming in with a 1-0 record, thumping Boyden Hull Rock Valley last week in their season opener. It is a Falcon team that is the two-time defending Class 1A state champions. They come in with the top rank in the Class 1A polls as well, and all-state quarterback Hunter Decker, the senior quarterback for this Falcon football team. He is certainly the straw that stirs the drink and then some, the leader of this Falcon football team, but a very talented West Sioux Falcon football team. He's certainly got the parts all around him as well. You don't win 2 state championships just on one player alone.
No, absolutely not. He's got talented weapons around him, and, that's the thing, too. You got weapons to use, and West Sioux does a great job of utilizing those weapons. They make sure that those guys get the ball. He spreads it around. He doesn't use just his one target. Cade Lynott is the superstar wide receiver / running back out there that you're going to see a lot of and hear a lot of. But if we try and take him away, they've got talented sophomore wide receivers that they're not afraid to spread the ball around to. And that's the advantage of having Hunter Deckers out there. And last week, threw for over 400 yards. And in the same aspect, he knows when to tuck it and run. And he ran for over 100 yards. So, he's the complete package out there, and he's got some great players to complement him.
When talking about quarterbacks for Central Lyon George Little Rock, last week it was a toss-up between Anderson and Van Wy. Sounds like this week we'll have a little more stability in there in the backfield.
Yeah, you're going to have Colby Postma. He's back. He had mono, all that. He has recovered from that, got the clearance from the doctors. And Colby Postma is going to come back. He was the guy that we've been planning on since last season, that he was the guy that was going to take over and run the show. And finally, we're going to see what he's got.
It'll be the season opener for the senior here tonight at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids. Sponsors for Lion football the 2019 season include Avera Health, Frontier Bank, the Pizza Ranch, Premier Bank, Sanford Health, DeNoble Austin and Company, and Pepsi Beverage Company are sponsors for the 2019 season here at Central Lyon Broadcasting for the Lion football broadcast. And, of course, Papik Motors, they bring you the halftime show, and on occasion will lease Joel and I a vehicle. Very trusting folks they are.
Absolutely. We had a lot of fun last week.
Yes, we did.
2018 Traverse. It was beautiful, man. That thing had all the bells and whistles. It was awesome to drive. Definitely check out Papik Motors right here in Rock Rapids, or check them out online at papikrockrapids.com.
Coming up here on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network next week, we'll be on the road again, another road trip as we head over to Spirit Lake to tangle with the Indians next week. We'll have live coverage right here on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network. Also coming up a few Thursdays from now, varsity volleyball team will be home with Sheldon. We'll have live coverage of that varsity volleyball match. And then, of course, homecoming a couple weeks from tonight as Western Christian comes calling here at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids. The next few events lined up for the Central Lyon Broadcast Network. West Sioux Falcons, they are lined up on the end line, backside of the south end zone here at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids. We're awaiting the entrance of the Lions yet for the home opener for the 2019 season, as the Lions will be making their entrance here shortly to a rousing group of fans that are ready to see the Lions get in the end zone here after being shut out last week in the opener.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a good crowd here. Obviously, senior night's going to bring people in. The junior cheer brings people in. And then in the same aspect, the PTC put on a fantastic tailgate supper here tonight. They had pork loin brought to you by the Lyon County pork producers, and waters, cookies, chips, and all the good trimmings over there. And it was only $5, man. It was cheap. So, a great job there by the Central Lyon PTC and putting on that tailgate. And, it draws a nice big crowd, and a good crowd for West Sioux as well.
Yeah, I tell you what, you want to save money on barbecue sauce, have those Lyon County pork producers prepare the pork loin. You're not going to use any barbecue sauce for that.
It was good. It was good.
Yeah, that is good enough on its own. So the PTC tailgate supper, still some folks over there. In fact, all the picnic tables look to be full yet. So still some folks here in the last inside 10 minutes until kickoff getting those last bites in of that wonderful pregame tailgate supper put on by the PTC. We'll have more coming up on the pregame show as we can continue to count down to kickoff here tonight. Central Lyon George Little Rock playing host to West Sioux in the home opener for the 2019 season. More coming up right here on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank in your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics.
Yeah, hard work looks easy when everything you touch turns gold. I was made for this. I was made for this. I was made for this. Last time the feeling was amazing. Jackpot smile. I was made for this. Kiss your rose and I'm making I was made for this.
Farmers, it's harvest time, and let's face it, things are quite different this year. Are you worried that your yields are down, but your production costs will keep rising? Let DeNoble & Company PC, certified public accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, relieve some of your stress by working with you to minimize your taxes and maximize your return. Call DeNoble & Company today for more information on end-of-the-year tax planning. We are a stable, reliable company with the security of experience and the energy of youth.
Are you where you need to be on your financial planning process? Whether it's planning for retirement, investment, or risk management, trust our team at Frontier Bank Wealth Management to start you on the path to financial success. We guarantee exceptional customer service and value your time. We hold ourselves to the highest fiduciary standard in the industry and serve your interests, not our own. Whether you're just starting your financial plan or want help in maintaining it, let Frontier Bank help you plan your future.
Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics.
Yeah, hard work looks easy when everything you touch turns gold. I was made for this. I was made for this. I was made for this. Last time the feeling was amazing. Jackpot smile. I was made for this. Kiss your rose and I'm making I was made for this.
Farmers, it's harvest time, and let's face it, things are quite different this year. Are you worried that your yields are down, but your production costs will keep rising? Let DeNoble and Company PC, certified public accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, relieve some of your stress by working with you to minimize your taxes and maximize your return. Call DeNoble and Company today for more information on end-of-the-year tax planning. We are a stable, reliable company with the security of experience and the energy of youth.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank. In your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Back at Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids, getting set to kick off the home opener for the 2019 season. Central Lyon George Little Rock welcoming West Sioux to Dick Null Field here in Rock Rapids for the home opener for the 2019 season. The West Sioux Falcons, as we've been talking about, two-time defending state champs, the top-ranked team in Class 1A, and of course Hunter Decker at quarterback, the all-state quarterback leads West Sioux. He will be wearing number 8 for the Falcons here tonight, and certainly he is one any neutral fans in the audience will be in attendance to get a look at up here in northwest Iowa. As we get set for the countdown to kickoff, beautiful night for football here at Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids. Joel, once again, we've escaped the early season really hot and humid weather.
Well, it's a little bit more humid than it has been. Last week was we were sitting at the over on West Line, a little bit chilly. There was the cloud cover,
right,
and had a little bit of rain in the second half. Tonight, beautiful sunny night there, a little bit humid, and this is going to be a night where the guys will have to adjust, and you might see a little bit of that cramping come into effect here later on.
And you keep an eye on the quarterback, Colby Postma, as well, the senior quarterback for the Lions. This is his first game action of the season after having mono late in camp. So the 6', 175-pound senior, we'll keep an eye on him here tonight.
Well, and that's kind of been the story there, is we knew Colby was coming, but the bad part is 3 days into camp, he comes down with mono. So he missed all of fall camp and was not ready to go. Didn't get to take any reps with the starters. And I know he's the senior. I know he's the starting quarterback, but he has no real game time official reps with this starting offense.
Well, the Lions won the toss, and Central Lyon George Little Rock deferred, so they will be kicking the ball from the right to the left in your mind's eye, or south to north if you're familiar with Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids. So head coach Curtis Eben going to give that Lion defense first crack at Mr. Decker here and see what we've got in store for him here tonight at Dick Null Field.
You know, and it'll be interesting to see is how fast you can come out and play. Defensively right here, your goal has got to be you're going to have to play bend but don't break. You know that they're going to move the ball. The idea here is to maybe stop them from scoring. Don't let them score, and see if you can't shut them down. And then what Coach Eben talked to us earlier in the week, our best defense is going to be a good offense here tonight. We're going to slow things down. We're going to try and run ball control and try and keep our hands on what's going on here. If we can hold the ball and run 6-7 minutes off the clock, run 10 play drives, we're going to be in good shape, and that's going to keep Hunter Deckers in line out off the field.
This is a very high-tuned, high-octane offense that West Sioux possesses, as we mentioned, putting 63 up on the board in the season opener against Boyden Hull Rock Valley last Friday night. So Carter Krull will tee the ball up at the 40-yard line, and we'll get set for the opening kickoff. Back deep to return for West Sioux. You have got Bryce Kupuk and Cade Lynott. Kopic and Lynott back deep to return, standing on their own 5-yard line presently. As Carter Krull with the ball teed up, Lions in their home purple jerseys, purple pants, gold helmets. We are ready for football as Krull gives the ball the boot. Nice high end-over-end kick. Kopic will take it in the end zone for the touchback, and the Lion defense will trot out on the field to face Mr. Hunter Deckers and this West Sioux offense.
You know, and as they come out here, the defense has got to play fired up from the get-go. They cannot get back on their heels. They're going to have to attack, put some pressure on him. But in the same aspect, while you're putting pressure on him, you have to stay composed as well. You know, you cannot over-pursue. That's something we got in trouble with against West Lyon. There were a few times when we over-pursued, and we got a little bit too deep, and they got underneath of us and broke some big plays.
Deckers will line up in the shotgun formation, 5 wide, empty backfield on first down as Deckers drops back to pass under pressure, flush from the pocket, rolls out to his left side. Deckers will tuck it and run with it. He'll be knocked out of bounds just shy of the first down stick, it looks like.
You know, and that's the tough part there. We got in there, got some pressure on him. He rolls out, and he's 6'2", 225. You're not going to arm tackle this guy and drag him down. You're going to have to hit him. And there we got him, flushed him out of the pocket, and immediately he turns to run, and then the wide receivers do a great job blocking.
Second down and about 2 for West Sioux as a lot of motion before the ball snap here. It looks like they'll send trip receivers out to the left side, a single receiver right, and a single up back with Deckers. Deckers takes the snap, hands to the motion man, sweep around the right side, and nicely pursued by the Lions. Looks like he'll fall forward for the first down. He got the 2 yards he needed, but nice pursuit by the Lions, holding that play to just 2 yards.
Yeah, Lions do a great job there. They get upfield, and they make him turn it inside, and when he turns it inside, right back into the heart of the defense and able to take him down.
Well, the West Sioux number is a chrome variety, so they are a little difficult to see from the press box up here, so be patient with our calls on the West Sioux ball carriers. Deckers will line up in the shotgun, first down and 10 just across their own 30. Deckers drops back to pass, quick pass over the right side, nice catch made by Cade Lynott, and he is off to the races. Lynott's going to take this one all the way to the house, 70 yards for the touchdown. Deckers to Lynott, and 45 seconds into the ball game, West Sioux is on the board.
Man, and just like that, that's just a quick little slant route there, and they had everybody spread out, no safety help behind him, and he just outruns the defense.
So 11:15 left to play in the opening quarter. 70-yard touchdown reception for Lynott, and it's a 6-0 lead for West Sioux as the extra point attempt coming up here for the Falcons. We await the snap. Snap is good. The hold is down. The kick is up, and the extra point is through. 11:15 left to play in the opening quarter. 7-0. West Sioux with the lead on Central Lyon George Little Rock. This is Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank in your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Back at Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids, 45 seconds into it, a 7-0 lead for West Sioux over Central Lyon George Little Rock. 70-yard touchdown pass from Hunter Deckers to Cade Lynott, rather, for the touchdown for West Sioux, putting the Falcons up 7-0. 11:15 left to play in the opening quarter, and the Lion offense will get their first crack at it.
Well, now we'll have to see. West Lyon was very smooth. They did not want to kick back to the deep man. They did not want to give Telford or Krull a shot on any kickoffs or punts last week. We'll see if West Sioux tries to do the same.
Jason Topetti, the kicker for West Sioux, will walk it off. And Petty will step it off. Lions with their speedsters back on the 5-yard line awaiting this opening kick, or ensuing kick, I should say. Nice high end-over-end kick. This will roll through the end zone for the touchback, and the Lions will take over first down and 10 on their 20-yard line. First action of the season for senior quarterback Colby Postma.
That's a very good kick there. Did you see that, Jay? That thing bounced flat right at the goal line. You were lucky it actually went into the end zone for the touchback. But definitely want to go over there and don't want to trust that that's going to fly through there. We're going to want to field that more often than not.
Lion offense will line up first down and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Twin receivers out wide to each side as Postma will line up in the shotgun formation, and right alongside him is Kalen Meyer. Postma takes a snap to hand to Carter Krull on a sweep over the left side. Not a whole lot of blocking, and Krull will be dropped back at about the 17-yard line, loss of 3 on the play.
Yeah, and that's a tough break there. Cole Telford just missed his block there, and that's the hard part about a jet sweep. On the jet sweep, you rely so much, not so much on the offensive linemen to get the blocks, but those edge guys got to get their blocks and be able to hang on to them long enough to let the sweep man come through there. And right there, Telford let his guy by, and we go backwards.
Second down and 13 for the Lions from their own 17. Postma in the shotgun, takes a snap, the hand of Meyer right up the middle, nothing doing there, and Meyer's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line for a loss of 2 more, and it will be a 3rd and 15 coming up for the Lions.
Yeah, and this is where that 3-5 defense can be so deadly. If you got athletes out there, you got guys who can fly to the football. West Sioux, they're lined up 3 down linemen, 5 linebackers, and they're blitzing 3 guys every time. They're bringing pressure, and they're daring us to take a shot.
Trip receivers to the right, single receiver to the left as Postma and Meyer in the backfield. 3rd down and 15 for the Lions with the ball spotted on their own 15. 10 minutes left in the opening quarter. Clock is on the move. Lions trail at 7-0. Postma with a shotgun snap. He bobbles it, and I believe he got it back on the 5-yard line, so the Lions will be able to punt it away after losing about 15 yards on their first 3 plays.
Yeah, that's a tough break. It was a low snap there. The one thing Colby did, though, Colby tried to pick it up and keep it alive. He's just got to fall and eat on it. That had been a bad turnover right there at the 5-yard line.
Punt coming up for the Lions. Caden Van Berkom to do the punting about midway through the end zone. Van Berkom gets a good snap and gets off a high end-over-end punt angling toward the sidelines. Out of bounds at about the 37-yard line or so. Well, the official's going to mark it. Oh, no. Now we play the cliffhanger game here where he runs out to the 41, walks back to the 37. So the 38 actually is where it's going to be. 1st and 10 for West Sioux on the Central Lion George Little Rock 38-yard line.
Well, we got caught on our heels and got burned on that first set, Jay. They definitely got to step it up here. Defense can't get down on themselves. You gave up a touchdown. You had a bad series to start things off. Now the defense has got to start you back over. You're only down by a touchdown. If you can force them into a 3-and-out or a 4-and-out, you've got a chance to keep yourselves in the ballgame.
Decker's in the shotgun. Trip receivers to the right side, setting up a screen to the right side, and the catch is made, and it will go for about a, let's say a 4-yard gain to the receiver on the play, and I believe that was Bryce Kopic. I'm not sure.
I think it was line out again on the screen pass there. Coming in, making the tackle, Jackson Jagger as well as Cole Hugendorn with the assist.
2nd down and 6 coming up for West Sioux with the ball spotted on the 34 of Central Lion George Little Rock. 8:50 left to play in the opening quarter. Lions trail at 7-0. Decker's in the shotgun, trips to the right, a single to the left. Motion man coming across from right to left, and he'll take the hand from Decker's, drop by Meyer in the backfield. Back at about the 43, 44-yard line. Big loss for West Sioux on the play as Meyer timed that perfectly.
Yeah, he timed it, came right through the A-gap there, and nobody touched him, and he got a free shot at the running back and did a nice job of grabbing him and bringing him to the ground. 9-yard loss on there. 3rd down and long. The defense has got a shot here to try and force something.
This is really where they shot themselves in the foot last week against West Lyon. We'll see if they can hold true here. From their own 44, from the Central Lion George Little Rock 44, Deckers will line up in the shotgun 5 wide, empty backfield. Deckers dropping straight back to pass, under pressure, flush to the left side, flag on the play, and Deckers will just toss it to the stick. The catch is made by Lynott. He dove for the first down. He may have had it, but that flag is in the area of a hold.
will be holding against West Sioux, so that'll negate the catch out there. And they would have been short of the first down marker. It'd bring up fourth down, but 4th and 1 from your 30-yard line, you know that Coach Eben's definitely going to take the penalty.
Yep, absolutely. From the 44-yard line, the officials will walk it back to the, actually it's going to come back from the 49. So this will be into West Sioux territory following the call to the West Sioux 41. So now a 3rd down and forever for West Sioux. And if you're the Lions, you really got to get off the field right here.
Yeah, 3rd down and 30 is what you're looking at here. So, I mean, you got to know, if you're a cornerback, you got to know you can't give up the deep ball. You got to stay over top of the wide receivers. You can't let them get behind you.
Deckers will line up in the shotgun, twins to each side. Deckers takes a snap. Quarterback keep up the middle. Deckers breaks out to the left side under pressure, and he'll be dropped at about the 45 after a 4-yard pickup. And West Sioux will just be content to punt the ball away.
You know, and that's great. I can't even tell you who was all in on the tackle. I think we had 6 purple jerseys on top of him there, only giving him 5 yards on the carry and forcing them to punt. That's a great defensive set for the Lions.
Deckers will do the punting as well for West Sioux. He stands back on his own 34. 7:20 left to play in the opening quarter. Clock is on the move. Deckers takes a snap, gets off a nice high end-over-end punt. Krull watches it roll inside the 5, and looks like it's going to be down.
In the
they're
end
going to
zone.
call the touchback. Yep, call the touchback. So the 20-yard line where the Lions will start again. 1st down and 10 offensively, and certainly hoping for some forward yards this time around for the offense.
Yeah, the coverage team dove at it at the 1, but knocked it through the end zone, so it'll bring it out to the 20. And like I said, Jay, positive yards here. That's got to be the goal here. The defense, they did their job. They came out, forced the ball, got the ball back. And now the offense, we talked about it. You got to put drives together. You can't give West Sioux shots time after time. So the offense has got to come out. We got to control the ball and control the clock.
Postma and the Lion offense will line up shotgun formation. Trip receivers left, a single to the right. Postma calls for the snap, hands to Meyer right up the middle, and Meyer gets a tough 2 or 3 yards on the ball carry on 1st down.
Yeah, Meyer just running through the tackles there. Nice, easy run to get the clock going in our favor. And now we can start working on 2nd down in about 7 and maybe open up the playbook a little bit more.
I tell you what, you'll take 3 yards every time you keep the ball on the ground. 6:45 left in the opening quarter. Clock on the move. Lions trail it 7-0. A 2nd down and 7 coming up for the Lions. Postma in the shotgun. Trip receivers to the right. Postma calls for the ball, drops back to pass. Quick pass in the outlet to Meyer. Meyer has open field to work with to the 40, to the 45. Stepped out of bounds at the 41, but still enough for a Lion 1st down.
Yeah, going to be an 18-yard gain there. And there it was. You saw the blitz coming. They brought 2 linebackers. The offensive line did a great job of picking them up. Gave Colby plenty of time to get it out there, and then the running back sneaks underneath into the flat and takes off down the field for 18.
Officials will mark it at the 42. 1st down and 10 for the Lions from their own 42. 6:27 left in the opening quarter. 7-0 the advantage for West Sioux over Central Lion George Little Rock. Clock is stopped momentarily after Meyer stepped out of bounds. Postma in the shotgun, twins to each side. Krull in motion from right to left. Postma, quick pass on the left side, or right side, pardon me, incomplete. It was intended for Van Berkham on the play. And 2nd and 10 coming up.
Good idea, though. It's a great little pass play, just one little step back there. And if he puts the pass on the mark there, it's going to be a 5-yard pickup for the Lions. Nonetheless, it goes incomplete. The Lions find themselves 2nd down and 10, but the bad thing about that is the clock stops on that incompletion.
Ball spotted on the Central Lion George Little Rock 42. Postma from the shotgun, fakes the hand to Meyer, drops back under pressure, screen pass to Meyer. He's got blockers in front of him into West Sioux territory, and Meyer is dropped at the 41-yard line, make it the 40 of West Sioux. Another Lion 1st down. They're taking advantage of that penetration up front from West Sioux.
Yeah, another 18 yards there for Kalen Meyer. And like you said, Jay, they're going to take advantage. If West Sioux's going to play that intense of a defense, if they're going to bring that much heat, we're just going to drop it underneath there and let our guys go. And look at those linemen. We had 3 linemen downfield, blocking downfield, and really opened it up for Kalen.
Dancing Bears were looking good. 1st down and 10 for the Lions on the West Sioux 40. Postma from the shotgun, fakes the hand, quarterback keep around left end. Postma cuts it inside the 35 to the 33. Lions moving the ball here with a pickup of 7 on first down.
You know, and that's where they say Colby really shines. When we run that RPO, that run pass option, they say Colby just does a fantastic job of reading that defensive end, knowing when to give and when to take.
Second down and about 4, we'll say. The ball spotted on the 34 of West Sioux. 5:45 left in the opening quarter. Clock on the move. Lions trail at 7-0. Trip receivers right. Postma in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Rolling out right side. Looking downfield. And Postma will launch it down to the 10. And it's just behind Carter Kroll, but a pass interference flag is going to come in.
Yeah, right there. The pass was off the mark. It was thrown behind Carter, but he tried to make a play on it, and the defender ran right through him, made the contact, and it's going to be a pass interference. I know people are going to say that's questionable, but in the game of high school, there is no such thing as an in-catchable ball out there. You can throw it 10 yards over their head. If there's contact, you're going to get a pass interference call.
Officials going to mark it off from the line of scrimmage at the West Sioux 34. 5:32 left to play in the opening quarter. Lions trail at 7-0, but the Lion offense is on the move here down to the West Sioux 19-yard line following the penalty.
Well, Jay, now you talk about it. You're in the red zone, and you've got a nice drive going. You're marching it down the field. Now you need to finish the drive. That's the next part. First step is move the ball consistently. The next step, finish this drive off. Get some points on the board.
Ball spotted on the 19-yard line of West Sioux. The play clock at 20. The Lions with plenty of time here. Well, actually, the game clock has stopped. Postma in the shotgun. Twin receivers to each side. Crawl in motion right to left. Postma launches it up into the end zone and just overshot his intended receiver, Cooper Spees.
Yeah, Cooper did a great job. Cooper had a step on him. The ball went to the back corner there, and I think that's where Colby wanted it to. But Cooper just didn't get the play on it and couldn't get a shot at it.
It was a nice route run by Spees, and the throw just a little too much mustard on it. So a 2nd and 10 for the Lions with the ball spotted on the 19 of West Sioux. Clock will stop on the incompletion with 5:27 left in the opening quarter. Lions trailing 7-0. Postma in the shotgun, twin receivers to each side. Telford in motion left to right. Postma looking downfield, rolling out to his right side. He'll throw it across the middle and incomplete. Pass was intended for Skidmore. And a 3rd and 10 coming up for the Lions.
3rd down and 10. Clock stops again on the incompletion here. Lions, we have that ability now. We have Carter Kroll, so they might, they have the ability to kick a field goal, but you definitely want to try and get this first down. But definitely don't turn the ball over. Don't force something and get the turnover here. Do something relatively safe and try and get that first down.
3rd down and 10. Looking at the Lions right now as Postma will line up in the shotgun. Twin receivers to each side. From the West Sioux 19, man in motion is Kroll. He's going to go to the right corner of the end zone for Spees again. Spees tried to reel it in with one hand, couldn't quite do it, but Cooper Spees is getting a step on that defender for West Sioux.
Yeah, he's getting a good run at it, and that'll be something we're going to keep trying to attack. And on the 4th down, here comes Carter Kroll, Jay, and he's going to come on for the field goal.
Left hash mark. It will be a 36-yard field goal attempt by Carter Kroll. He is a right-footed kicker. As we await the snap, snap is good. The hold is down, the kick is up, and the field goal is through. Carter Kroll from 36 yards is good. 5:10 left to play in the opening quarter. Lions trail at 7-3. More Lion football coming up next on the Central Lion Broadcast Network.
Farmers, it's harvest time, and let's face it, things are quite different this year. Are you worried that your yields are down, but your production costs will keep rising? Let DeNoble & Company PC, certified public accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, relieve some of your stress by working with you to minimize your taxes and maximize your return. Call DeNoble & Company today for more information on end-of-the-year tax planning. We are a stable, reliable company with the security of experience and the energy of youth.
Back at Dick Knoll Field in Rock Rapids, 5:10 left to play in the opening quarter, 7-3. West Sioux with the advantage on Central Lion George Little Rock. Lions just cashing in on a 36-yard field goal from senior kicker Carter Kroll to get their first points of the season up on the board. First points of the year for the Lions after being shut out in their opener last Friday night. Krull will tee the ball up on the 40-yard line. We'll give the ball back to the West Sioux Falcons here with 5:10 left to play in the opening quarter.
Carter did a nice job on that field goal. He had plenty of distance, plenty of leg into that one. We know that he can go and shoot it a lot deeper if he has to out there. And that's something Carter really concentrated and worked on in the offseason was his kicking.
Krull with a low line drive kick this time. Lineout will take it at the 10, at the 15, at the 20. He'll juke and jive to about the 27 or so. Oh, that was Kopic, pardon me, to the 27. So now a first down and 10 for West Sioux from their own 27-yard line.
Well, the Lions came out and played great defense on that last set. We'll see if they can do it again. And we'll see if they can, they obviously got some help with the penalty last time. But overall, the defense played very sound. They stayed home. They wrapped up, made some nice, sure tackles out there. And that's good to see if they can keep that up.
First down and 10 for the Falcons as Deckers will line up in the shotgun formation. Twin receivers to each side. He'll have an up back to his left. That is Kopic. Motion man coming across left to right. Deckers takes a snap, drops back to pass, sets up a sideline pass to Kopic. It is incomplete, overshot him, and a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Yeah, and that was a great job there. Those linemen for the Lions, they got in there, they pushed the pressure, and then they felt the screen pass coming, and they immediately dropped back. And I think that's what caused Hunter. He had to lob it just a little bit more to get it over top those defensive linemen and couldn't connect.
5:01 left to play in the opening quarter. Clock is stopped after the incompletion. 7-3, the advantage for West Sioux. Second down and 10 for West Sioux with the ball on their own 27. Trip receivers to the right, a single man to the left. Deckers will line up in the shotgun with an up back to his left. Deckers straight back to pass once again under pressure, flushed up the middle. Now he'll duck out left side. Nice pass to Kopic on the run, and Kopic is in the open field, coming across field all the way down to the 43-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Nice little ad-lib play there from Deckers to Kopic for a big gainer.
Yeah, and just a great job there. He saw him running. The defender came up to try and play the quarterback, and he pulls up at the last minute and just dumps it over the top. And then a lot of yards after catch by that talented running back.
First down and 10 for West Sioux on the Central Lyon George Little Rock 44-yard line. Deckers will line up in the shotgun, twin receivers to each side, and up back standing to his right. Man in motion from left to right. Deckers will drop back to pass under pressure once again, flushed out to the right side this time, and Deckers will eat it and step out of bounds for a loss of 1 at the 45-yard line. Now I think they're going to say the ball was out at the line of scrimmage. So no loss, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Yeah, no gain on there. That's great there by the Lions. If they can extend that out there, good pass coverage downfield, able to not give him anyone to throw it to. The best thing he does is run and throw on the run. And there the Lions did a great job of just flushing him out, making him run out of bounds.
Second down and 10 coming up for West Sioux from the CLGLR 44-yard line. Deckers in the shotgun, takes a snap, fakes the hand, quarterback keep around left end, and Deckers has room to roam. He'll tuck it inside the 35, and they'll say the knee went down at the 35. He's going to be about a half yard to a yard shy of the first down stick.
Yeah, but just a great job on a designed run by those guys to just give him the ball, let him tuck in behind the line and take off. Like I say, he's 6'2", 225. He's a big dude, and he's hard to bring down.
Third down and 1 for West Sioux with the ball spotted on the Lion 35-yard line. Snap to Deckers, quarterback keep right up the middle, and he'll have the couple yards he needed for the first down. So West Sioux will move the chains with 3:46 left in the opening quarter. A 7-3 advantage for West Sioux over Central Lyon George Little Rock. First down and 10 for the Falcons coming up from the 32-yard line of CLGLR.
You know, we were there. Addison Metzger, the linebacker, stepped up. He filled the gap perfectly, and he sat there right at the line of scrimmage ready to meet Deckers, but that just shows the size and the ability of him, and he just ran right over top of us.
First and 10 for the Falcons. Deckers will line up in the shotgun, takes a snap, hand to the motion man, and the Lions are there once again. Metzger on the blitz will drop him back at the 37-yard line. And boy, that motion sweep, the Lions are really doing a great job of reading that defensively.
Yeah, this time Addison Metzger, we just talked about him, how Deckers kind of met him at the line and won the battle. That time Metzger timed it perfectly, and he wins the battle as he explodes through there, wraps up Lineout, and just drags him to the ground. You saw Lineout come up there and very emotional and not happy about being drugged down behind the line of scrimmage.
Second down and 17 for West Sioux now with the ball spotted on the 38 of CLGLR. Deckers dropping back to pass under pressure, rolling out of the pocket, deep ball down the field. He's got a man in the end zone. The catch is made for the West Sioux touchdown. Line out right behind the coverage, and West Sioux's going to cash in from 38 yards out this time around, and it's a 13-3 advantage.
Can't express how good of a pass that was. Pressure coming from the defensive end. You had Winkle coming there. He gave the pressure. Decker spins out of it, collects himself, and delivers a strike right down the field and right into the hands of his wideout.
And the 38-yard touchdown pass, point after attempt coming up to make it a 14-3 ball game as we await the extra point. The snap is good, the hold is down, the kick is up, and the extra point is no good, wide left. 2:38 left to play in the opening quarter, 13-3. West Sioux leading Central Lyon George Little Rock. This is Lion Football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Are you where you need to be on your financial planning process? Whether it's planning for retirement, investment, or risk management, trust our team at Frontier Bank Wealth Management to start you on the path to financial success. We guarantee exceptional customer service and value your time. We hold ourselves to the highest fiduciary standard in the industry and serve your interests, not our own. Whether you're just starting your financial plan or want help in maintaining it, let Frontier Bank help you plan your future.
Back at Dick Knoll Field in Rock Rapids, a second touchdown pass from Deckers to Lynott tonight for the West Sioux Falcons, this time from 38 yards out, and a 13-3 advantage for the West Sioux Falcons over the Central Lyon George Little Rock Lions. 2:38 left to play here in the opening quarter, and a Lion offense that marched the ball right down the field on their last possession will get another chance at it here following this kickoff.
Lions did a pretty good job there defensively. They were playing right with them, forced them into another one of those long yardage play situations, and West Sioux just came back and made a play. Now the Lions got to answer again and see if they can't put together another drive like they did last time.
Topete with the kick for the West Sioux Falcons from the 40-yard line as he approaches and gives the ball the boot, a high end-over-end kick. And Carter Krall's going to let it roll right through the end zone for the touchback. Lions will take over first down and 10 offensively from their own 20-yard line.
Well, like I said, once again, you can't think about you're down by 10. There's no rush here. You're still in the first quarter, 2.5 minutes to play in this first quarter. You just got to be patient with the ball, keep doing what you have been doing. We've had a few shots there. And you might see Cooper Spees get a few more shots here as the game goes on.
Definitely. He's been getting behind his defender when he's one-on-one over there on the right side. We'll keep an eye on him. Post mobile lineup in the shotgun on first and 10. Trip receivers right, a single to the left. Post mobile hand to Meyer on first down. Meyer with a nice hole. Sneaks through to about the 29-yard line. And a nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Yeah, good blocking up front there. Had a nice little hole there. He comes stepping through there, and he's about a shoelace away from going for 15.
Second down and about a yard for the Lions. Ball spotted on their own 29. They'll take their time here. 2:15 left in the opening quarter. Clock is on the move. Lions trail it 13-3. Still 20 seconds left on the play clock as the Lions look into the sideline. Postma will line him up in the shotgun. Trip receivers left, a single to the right as Postma dropping back to pass. Looking down the right sideline. There's Spees right there. The 40 makes the catch and knocked out of bounds at the 42. The Lions will have a first down.
Nice 13-yard catch there, Cooper Spees. We talk about him, and he does such a good job. He got down there that time and did a little stop and a comeback route there and found himself the opening, and Colby Postma puts it right out in his hands. Nice pitch and catch there and an easy first down.
First down and 10 for the Lions. Ball spotted on their own 42-yard line. Postma in the shotgun. Trip receivers left. He'll take the snap. Hand to Meyer. Meyer breaks it out left side. Crosses the 50 into West Sioux territory inside the 40 and down to the 39 of the Falcons inside of 2 minutes left in the opening quarter.
Yeah, once again, you take advantage of those blitzing linebackers and you just dump it underneath, and Kalen Meyer takes off with it. And a huge run, and it looks like West Sioux's going to call a timeout. They're frustrated, and the Lions got something going.
Falcons will call a timeout defensively. The Lion fans give a round of applause to this Lion offense, moving the ball quite well here in the first quarter of tonight's ball game. 1:46 left in the opening quarter. Lions do trail it 13-3. That is the score here tonight. They do have one stop defensively on West Sioux. And the Lions 1 for 2 on points offensively. They did get a field goal from Carter Krull on their second offensive possession of the night.
Well, and the one thing you got to talk about, Jay, is the improvement from last Friday night to this Friday night. We've talked about that. You got to keep making steps, making strides. The offense, obviously, Colby out there helps you a ton, but the offensive line is doing a nice job. Those wideouts, they're really performing. They're in the right spots. And they're really clicking this week, and they're showing a lot of good progress.
And it's a West Sioux defense. There's not a lot of mystery with them, like we talked about in the pregame. You know what they're going to do, and they know that. They're just going to come after you.
Yep, they want to play pressure ball, and they show their offense is really good. Their goal isn't to stop you necessarily every time. Their goal is to outscore you. And they're going to take chances on defense.
Following the timeout, 1st and 10 from the West Sioux 39. Postma in the shotgun. Calls it out on a long snap count. Now he'll step up to the line of scrimmage and audible. Still 15 seconds left on the play clock. Everybody in tight on the line of scrimmage. Postma in the shotgun. Myers stands to his right. Postma dropping back to pass, stepping up in the pocket, rolling out right over the middle. Has Carter Krull at the 23. Krull will advance it to the 20-yard line, and the Lions have themselves a first down.
Nice job there to step up in the pocket, know where he was before he crosses the line of scrimmage, and then he finds it right in the gap between the defensive backs and the linebackers. Carter Krull just sitting there in the hole and delivers the play.
First down and 10 for the Lions from the West Sioux 20-yard line. 1:30 left in the opening quarter. Clock is on the move. 13-3, the advantage for West Sioux over Central Lyon George Little Rock. Lions are knocking on the door. First and 10 from the West Sioux 20. Postma takes a snap, hands to Meyer, right up the middle. Meyer fumbles, and I think the Lions got back on it. One of the linemen alert may have pounced on it. Now they'll wrestle for it at the bottom of the pile, and we'll wait and see. It is Lions ball after about a 5-yard gain to the 55, or to the 15 rather.
Ooh, that would have been a momentum killer. The Lions, they got stuff going here, and still got a nice run, 4 yards for Kalen. But when you're fighting in between those kind of crowds there, and you got that many white jerseys on, you got to get 2 hands on the ball. I know he's trying to bust a run, but make sure you cover it up and have possession first.
Second down and 6. Postma in the shotgun with Krull in motion, right to left. Postma takes the snap, rolls out left side, lets it go in the flat, and the catch is made by Telford. Neat little move at the 1, and he's into the end zone for the Lion touchdown.
Wow, like you said, a nifty little move at the end there, but the pass was there. It was tossed up there high. The defender got up there, got a hand on it, tipped it. Telford still makes the catch and just does a nice little stop move and lets the defender fly by, and he walks in.
16-yard touchdown reception for Cole Telford from Colby Postma with 37 seconds left here in the opening quarter. It's a 13-9 ball game. Extra point attempt coming up from Carter Krull. Dylan Van Berkom will provide the hold as Van Berkom will set up, check with Krull, call for the snap, and it looks like West Sioux jumped off sides on the extra point attempt here.
I think you still got to go for the extra point here. I don't think you want to set up in this 2-point conversion just yet. Get yourself within 3.
Lions will decline the penalty and re-kick here. Once again, 37 seconds left in the opening quarter. A 13-9 advantage for West Sioux over Central Lyon George Little Rock. Carter Krull looking to add the point after and get that lead down to 3. Snap is good, hold is down, kick is up, and the extra point from Krull is through. 37 seconds left in the opening quarter, 13-10. West Sioux with the lead on Central Lyon George Little Rock. This is Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics.
Back at Dick Knoll Field in Rock Rapids as the cheerleaders count off the jumping jacks, and they are at 10 presently. 37 seconds left to play in the opening quarter. A 13-10 advantage for West Sioux over Central Lion George Little Rock. Lions reaching pay dirt, their first touchdown of the season. A 16-yard touchdown pass from Colby Postma to Cole Telford. Pardon me.
Yeah, and it's been a vigorous pace so far here, Jay, in the first quarter. Already 23 points put on the board by these two teams. And just in the first quarter, can they keep up this pace? Both teams. I mean, they're going up and down the field, and it'll be interesting to see who wears out first.
Carter Krull on the ensuing kickoff for the Lions with the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. Gives the ball the boot. High end-over-end kick, and it looks like Kopic will take it at the 3. Out to the 10, to the 15, looking up the middle of the field, and the Lions will pounce on them at about the 16-yard line, and West Sioux will be pinned deep in their own territory for another offensive possession.
Yeah, Lions are playing with a lot of intensity right now. They did a great job there. An awesome high kick down to the 3-yard line by Carter into that corner, and that allows the coverage team to come down and get a free shot at him. And that's way better than a touchback because the touchback brings it out to the 20. If you can pin it down there by the 1 and make them return it, you got a great shot here. And there they do. They'll take advantage and keep them at the 16.
First down and 10 for the Falcons. Deckers in the shotgun. Trip receivers to the right. Deckers with a quick pass on the right side. It is dropped. And they're going to say incomplete pass. That was one of those passes where probably not a backward pass. That was probably the right call. That was an incomplete pass. It looked like it was, if anything, just about level.
Yeah, they did a nice job there, and that's one of those things where it's very touchy. Anytime you see a little swing pass, if it's dropped on there, the crowd always wants to see the fumble call on that. But a lot of times those running backs make sure that they're at least a yard ahead of the quarterback.
Second down and 10 for the Falcons as Deckers drops back in the pocket, stepping up through the middle, throws it deep downfield, nicely broken up by Cole Hugedorn. Intended receiver was behind Hugedorn, and Hugedorn dove and just got a fingertip on it.
Well, I think he was trying to read it. I think he wanted the pick there. He was going to kind of jump the route there and go after it. But like you said, good thing he got his hands on it because he doesn't, it's over.
Third down and 10 coming up for West Sioux. The Lions with an opportunity to hold the Falcons to a 3-and-out with 17 seconds left here in the opening quarter. 13-10, West Sioux with the lead over CLGLR. Twin receivers to the right, a single receiver left, two backs, a flank to each side of Deckers. Now one will go in motion. That's Lynott from the left to the right. Deckers dropping back to pass, looking deep over the middle, wide open receiver at the 50-yard line, and the catch is made. He got well behind the coverage. He'll be brought down inside the 30-yard line of Central Lion George Little Rock, and that was Van Bolligayen.
Man, that was this talented sophomore there. They ran him right down the seam route. And the safety rolled over the top trying to help out the corner right there. And Van Bullywagen goes right down the middle of the field. He was wide open. Thank goodness we were able to run him down from behind.
Man, they do get guys open behind the coverage, no doubt about that. First down and 10 for West Sioux on the Central Lion George Little Rock 27-yard line. Falcons will run out the clock on quarter number 1. We've reached the end of the first quarter. After one quarter of play, West Sioux with the lead over Central Lion George Little Rock 13-10. You're listening to Lion Football on the Central Lion Broadcast Network.
Yeah, hard work looks easy when everything you touch turns gold. I was made for this.
Back at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids as we get set for quarter number 2 after an action-packed first quarter of play. 23 total points up on the board. A 13-10 advantage for West Sioux over Central Lyon George Little Rock. First down and 10 for the West Sioux Falcons from the CLGLR 27 as we kick off quarter number 2. You refreshed and ready here, Joel?
Absolutely. Well, we're sitting at third down and 10, and in the blink of an eye, that just shows you how good West Sioux is, man. It doesn't take long, and they can blow up for something.
It is nonstop. Deckers in the shotgun, man in motion as an empty backfield. Deckers throws across the middle for lineout, makes the catch at the 15. He's brought down to the 14. Telford was with him on the coverage, just couldn't get in front of him.
Yeah, I mean, that was good coverage there. He was right there. Lineout just ran a great little slant route and gets the hands up there. Good, sure hands by that kid, man. Every time they put it up there, he just got some sticky palms.
First down and at 10 for West Sioux with the ball spotted on the 14 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. 11:42 left to play in the first half. Clock is on the move. West Sioux leads it 13-10. Everybody break on motion. Trip receivers to the left, single receiver to the right, and a motion man leaving an empty backfield. Deckers all by himself, lobs it up into the end zone, and it's incomplete. Telford there on defense again. Threw a jump ball up for lineout and was incomplete.
You know, I think that's one of the big things. Talking to Coach Eben, he knows who the playmakers are there. He knows lineouts out there. And West Sioux knows that we know that. And you know what? They really don't care. They're going to throw that ball at Cade lineout. They know that with Hunter Deckers throwing the ball and lineout out there to receive it, they're going to take that 50-50 chance because they feel it's 80-20 in their advantage every time.
Second down and 10 coming up for West Sioux. The ball spotted on the 14-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Deckers alone in the backfield once again in the shotgun formation. Man in motion, right to left. Deckers takes the snap. Quarterback keep up the middle. He's going to be sacked. A host of Lions coming through, and the sack is going to be credited to the big defensive lineman, Jared Meyer.
Well, Addison Metzger came off the edge there. He got the first shot. He came around, made Hunter Deckers step up into it, and he stepped right into that big old bear, Jared Meyer, and just ripped him down.
Third down and now about 14 to go for West Sioux with the ball spotted on the 18 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Deckers will line up in the shotgun and up back behind him. As we go in motion, trip receivers to the left, a single man to the right. The H-back will run in motion to the left. Deckers takes the snap under pressure over the middle for lineout, makes the catch for the West Sioux touchdown. And again, nothing you can do there. Telford was on the coverage, and he was right in his back pocket, but lineout just pulls it in from 18 yards out for his third touchdown catch of the night.
Yeah, I mean, that's just good football right there by West Sioux. He goes down, he runs about 8 yards deep, and then he cuts across in that little post route, and Hunter Deckers puts it right on the money there, and just easy pitch and catch for the Falcons, and they go up by 2 scores again.
Deckers to line out once again. That is their third touchdown pass and catch of the night. And the officials here blowing the whistle ahead of the extra point attempt here. Looks like the Lions were lined up in the neutral zone, but that's going to be declined by West Sioux. And Topete will come on for the point after with 10:37 left to play in the first half. As the West Sioux special teams will get down into their stance. We await the snap. Snap is good. The hold is down. The kick is up. And the extra point is good. 10:37 left to play in the first half. 20-10. West Sioux with the lead on Central Lyon George Little Rock. This is Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank in your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Back at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids, 10:37 left to play in the first half. 20-10, the lead for West Sioux over Central Lyon George Little Rock. Third touchdown pass of the night from Hunter Deckers to Lynott. And that is their third pass and catch for 6 of the night. But I guess the good news, if you're looking for it, progressively they're getting lower and lower in yardage.
Oh, yeah, they're still hitting them big ones, though. It's quite the deal. You know, I thought we were in good shape there. We had a shot at them. We had a 3rd and 10 there right before the end of the first quarter, Jay. And then all of a sudden, bang, they hit a 57-yard pass right down the middle. And, yeah, then they cash in on it. And that's the tough part with these guys. You know, we're scoring with them, but they get, you know, it just seems like you can't stop them. We got to try and get a stop on these guys because I don't know if we can keep scoring points with them.
Tepede will have the ensuing kickoff coming up for West Sioux. Ball teed up on the 40-yard line. Gives the ball the boot to high end over end kick. Telford will have a play on this one as he fields it at the 5. 10, 15, 20, 25 to the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. He's towing the sidelines. Cole Telford could take this all the way, and he will. 95 yards on the kick return for Cole Telford. No flags on the field. It will stand. And just like that, the Lions are back within 4 points again.
Wow, and that's why people don't kick to these guys. You give him a shot, and he burns you. Man, he did a great job running down the sidelines. I mean, he took a few bumps going down there, and he kept tiptoeing, stayed in bounds, and then just outruns the rest of the defense. 95 yards, Cole Telford, and that's the threat that he brings to the field. You got to get him the ball as many times as possible.
Point after attempt coming up from Carter Krull here as the swinging gate will come in from the left. Josh Reeby will do the snapping for the Lions. And Krull's extra point, should it be good, will cut this lead back down to 3 once again. Hold will be provided by Van Berkom once again. Reeby on the snap. Van Berkom calls for the snap. It's a good one. The hold is down, the kick is up, and the extra point is good. 10:24 left to play in the first half. West Sioux leading Central Lyon George Little Rock 20-17. This is Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics.
Back at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids, 10:24 left to play in the first half. Back and forth we go, a 20-17 advantage for West Sioux over Central Lyon George Little Rock here tonight. Game 2 of the 2019 season, the home opener for the Lions here tonight as well. Senior night for the senior players and cheerleaders here, and the fans in the stands, whether it be for the ball game or for the junior cheer performance coming up at the half, they've been treated to a show so far here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. If you came just for the half to see the kids dance and do their cheers at the half, you're going to want to stay for the second half because we're barely into the second quarter, and it has been fun so far.
10:24 left in the first half, 20-17, a 95-yard kickoff return by Cole Telford, the latest score for the Lions. Carter Krull with the ensuing kickoff gives it the boot, and now West Sioux will have a play on the return. Here comes Lynott from the 10 to the 20 to the 25, where he's met rudely by a host of Lions, and that was Kopic again, pardon me. It'll be a first down and a 10 for West Sioux with the ball spotted just across their own 25-yard line.
Well, the Lions have had their shots here, Jay. We've gotten West Sioux in a couple third and long situations. We just haven't been able to get out of it and force these guys to punt the ball away. That's the one thing we got to do is we got to play good for 3 downs here and see if we can't get the advantage here because it seems like we get those first 2 and then we bring some heat and somehow we lose a guy and they hit a big play.
First down and 10 for West Sioux with the ball spotted on their own 25 as we'll line up with trip receivers to the left, single man to the right. Deckers in the shotgun, a man in motion, takes a snap, dropping back to pass, looking down the right sideline for Lynott, who got behind the coverage. And here we go again. Lynott's going to take it all the way to the house. 4th pass and catch for Deckers to Lynott with 10:07 left to play in the first half, and now a 26-17 lead for West Sioux.
Wow, and that time it goes for 74 yards for Lynott. That time he just burned the defense and got over the top, and once again, that talented quarterback put it right on the money.
Point after attempt coming up from Tepete to extend that lead to 10 once again for West Sioux, and one play was all it took, and West Sioux back on top once again by 2 possessions here, whether they make the extra point or not. Point after attempt coming up from Tepete. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 10:07 left to play in the first half, 27-17. West Sioux leading Central Lyon George Little Rock. This is Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Yeah, hard work looks easy when everything you touch turns gold. I was made for this. I was made for this. I was made for this. Last time the feeling was amazing. Jackpot is mine, but I was made for this. Guess how those that I'm making, I was made for this.
Back at Dick Knoll Field in Rock Rapids, 10:07 left to play here in the first half. A 27-17 advantage for West Sioux over Central Lyon George Little Rock. Back and forth we go. This time around, it only took one play for the Falcons, and that was a familiar call here tonight. Deckers to Cade Lynott, the 4th touchdown pass of the night. That one from 74 yards out.
Yeah, Decker's now over 300 yards already passing so far on the night. We're not even close to being halfway through the second quarter. He's just lighting up the stat sheets again, just adding to his resume, and he's the real deal.
Yeah, less than 2 minutes into the second quarter, in fact. Tepete on the ensuing kickoff for West Sioux with the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. Last time around, Central Lyon George Little Rock's Cole Telford took it to the house for 95 yards. So we'll see what West Sioux elects to do on the kickoff here. Tepete with a high end-over-end kick. Telford will get it again, this time at the 3-yard line. He'll take it to the 10, to the 15, be brought down at about the 18-yard line, where the Lions will set up. 1st and 10 offensively. Lion offense, they've been able to move the ball so far here tonight.
Yeah, they've done a good job of play calling here, and they've done a great job of feeling the heat. West Sioux has been bringing pressure. They've been blitzing linebackers, and the offensive line has done a phenomenal job of stopping it.
Postma will line up in the shotgun on 1st and 10. Trip receivers to the left, a single man to the right. Meyer will line up in the backfield with Postma. Ball spotted on the 18. That would be their own 18 as Postma lines up in the shotgun and calls it out. Takes a snap, hands to Meyer up the middle. Nothing doing there. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. Maybe even a loss of 1 on the play.
Yeah, Lions trying to slow it down a little bit. I think it's a little bit too fast for their flavor out there. Lions got a lot of guys that go both ways, and we said that when you get in a shootout, it's a matter of who wears out first here. And I think the Lions want to slow it down a little bit. 2nd
down and 11 for the Lions. Ball spotted on their own 17. 9.5 minutes left in the first half. Clock is on the move. Lions trail by 10, 27-17. Postma takes a snap. The hand to Telford on the sweep over the right side. Not a whole lot happening, but he did get a few yards. We'll wait and see where that cluster went out of bounds. They're going to say looks like right about the 19-yard line. Pickup of a couple on the play.
Yeah, going to be a pickup of 2 there, and Telford just kind of ran out of real estate. West Sioux did a good job of stretching that out and pushing the blockers with them there, and just nowhere for Telford to go. Did everything he could do to get those 2 yards.
3rd down and about 8 for the Lions with the ball spotted on their own 19. Postma in the shotgun, takes a snap, rolls out left side, looking to pass, lets it go down the sideline and under through the intended receiver, just kind of hung up in the air too long for Telford, and the pass ball's incomplete. Lions will be forced to punt.
Yeah, not a good set there for the Lions out there, just kind of couldn't get it going once again, and that might be the tempo thing there. They tried to slow it down, tried to do a few runs in there, and got themselves in trouble. 3rd and long situation, forced to punt the ball away now again. And you bring on your freshman punter. We'll see if West Sioux decides to bring a little heat.
Caden Van Berkom into punt. He will stand on his own 8-yard line, gets a good snap, gets off a high spiraling punt. It'll take a hop right at midfield and take a Lion-friendly hop inside the 40, down to about the West Sioux 36-yard line where the Falcons will take over. First and 10. 9:05 left to play in the first half. A 10-point advantage for West Sioux over Central Lyon George Little Rock.
Nice punt there to dig yourselves out of a hole there. Still good starting field position for West Sioux, but their defense held. Now our defense needs to step up because you're sitting here, you're down by 10. One false move here, and you're down by 17, and then things start to get out of hand. And that's what I think West Sioux really thrives on, is they get that one stop that they need, and then they don't get stopped, and that's how they start stretching these games out.
Trip receivers to the left, a single man to the right. Deckers will line up in the shotgun, man in motion left to right. Deckers takes a snap, quick hitter on the left side, and the catch is made. More yards after the catch for about a 7-yard completion from Deckers to lineup.
7 yards, that's pretty good, Jay. If we only hold him to 7 yards on that one.
Not too shabby.
Yeah, we'll take that. 7 yards, that's better than 50.
Second down and 3 coming up for West Sioux with the ball spotted on their own 45-yard line. 8:58 left to play in the first half. A 27-17 advantage for West Sioux. Deckers will line up in the shotgun, up back to his right. Trip receivers left, a single man to the right. Deckers takes a snap, drops back to pass, under pressure, and Deckers steps up in the pocket, lets it go down the middle of the field, overshoots his receivers, but he did have 2 that got behind coverage.
Oh, 2 that got behind. 1 got behind coverage. 1 wasn't even covered. He was wide open, but Deckers, I think, saw it just a little too late. He was going to take off and run, and then he saw it, and he pulled up there and just delivered the ball, and very close to connecting for another big one.
Third down and about 3 for West Sioux with the ball on their own 45-yard line. 8:52 left to play in the first half. 27-17, West Sioux out front. Deckers will line up in the shotgun.
Got to expect that quarterback run on this one, don't you?
Deckers takes a snap, drops back, and looks over the middle. Had a man, but just a poor pass led him a little too far. It's incomplete. Fourth down. It'll be interesting to see what West Sioux elects to do here with the ball spotted on their own 45.
Yeah, they're trying to run that drag route there with Austin Wilbert, and he's very close. He started to turn forward. You know, he could get called for an illegal motion on that one. That one was very close nonetheless, an incomplete pass. And like you said, it's interesting here, Jay, because when you got Deckers as the punter, they can easily pull up and throw out of this in no time.
Deckers lines up in a deep shotgun. He is going to punt it. A low line drive punt inside the 30. Takes a real nice roll inside the 15 and down to about the 13 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. But the Lion defense got themselves a stop, so the CLGLR offense will take the field. First and 10 on their own 13-yard line. 8:39 left to play in the first half, and the Lions trail it by 10.
Yeah, 8:39, like I said, Jay, trailing by 10, that's a great position to be in right now. We've got the ball. We just got to do something with it here. We got to move it down the field. We talked about it. The best defense we can have is keeping our offense on the field. We don't need a quick strike. We'll take the quick strikes, but we don't need it. We're better if we can put together 7-8 play drive here and work about 5 minutes off the clock before scoring.
That would be preferable, no doubt about that. Postma and the Lion offense with the play clock underway, peering in to the sideline. Postma will line up in the shotgun formation with Myers standing to his right. Everybody in tight on the line of scrimmage. As Postma calls for the ball, a hand to Meyer right up the middle. And, it's a fake hand to Meyer. Postma has the ball himself, and he's going to scramble up to about the 16, maybe 17-yard line, 4 yards on the quarterback scramble.
Well, that was a great job of being aware because he rolled out and the D-end and the linebacker were coming, and he almost rolled right into a sack and does a great job of avoiding it and then getting upfield and getting positive yards.
Second down and 6 for the Lions with the ball on their own 16-yard line. Postma in the shotgun, twin receivers to the right, man in motion left to right. Postma takes a snap, looking over the middle, nobody home, under pressure, lets it go deep down the middle for Van Berkom and cannot make the catch. It was a low pass, called for a diving attempt and just couldn't come up with it.
But it was a good pass because Dylan was there and he was running side by side with the safety, and Colby threw it out there in front a little bit low, but there was going to be no chance that the defender could make a play on that one. If anyone was going to catch it, it was going to be Dylan. And if he doesn't catch it, it's incomplete. So it turns out it's a really good pass.
3rd down and 6 for the Lions. Ball spotted on their own 16-yard line. 7:59 left in the first half. 27-17, West Sioux with the advantage. Postma in the shotgun, crawl in motion from right to left. Postma throws over the middle, just tipped. He had Telford open over the middle, but the linebacker for West Sioux was able to bat it down.
Yeah, like I said, and earlier we caught a touchdown pass out of that. Same deal, the linebacker jumped up there and got his paw on it. That time he got it enough to deflect it down into the ground. That's going to be dangerous right there. It's open, you got to see it, but you got to deliver it because that linebacker could pick that off at any time.
Caden Van Berkom on to punt from the 5, gets a high, short, end-over-end punt. Fair catch called for by Kopic at the 47-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock. So after a couple of holds defensively, West Sioux will start 1st down and 10 in Lion territory at the 47 of CLGLR with 7:49 left to play in the first half and a 27-17 advantage for West Sioux.
Yeah, tough break there for the Lions. Got a punt, got themselves out of it, but a high end-over-end kick. They couldn't get the return on it, but they are sitting in a good spot here where they're sitting on our side of the 50.
Deckers lines up in the shotgun, takes the snap, drops back to pass, under pressure, flushed out to the right, steps up to the middle, lets it go, and overshoots the intended receiver, incomplete.
Good job there by the defense to be there, really put the pressure on Deckers. He has to step up into it. When he steps up on it, he's looking for that big shot down the field, and once again, his receiver had a step, but can't deliver on the target, and that's because he's on the move because of the heat from the D-line.
2nd down and 10 for West Sioux with the ball spotted at the 47 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Deckers lines up in the shotgun, split receiver out wide to each side. As Deckers looks over the Lion defense, calls for the ball, takes the snap, and a quick dump pass up the middle for a screen. It's incomplete and intended for lineout. The Lions were able to read that pretty quickly. Now a 3rd and 10 coming up for West Sioux.
Well, I think it was there. I mean, lineout was there for it. But I think the offensive lineman was getting downfield a little bit too quick and actually ran into lineout and didn't allow him to make the catch.
3rd down and 10 for West Sioux with the ball spotted on the 47 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. 7:38 left in the first half. 27-17 West Sioux with the advantage. Deckers in the shotgun, calls for it, drops back to pass, under pressure, steps up in the pocket, runs up the middle. He's got room to roam. Deckers takes it to the right sideline. He's going to take it all the way to the house from 47 yards out. It's a West Sioux touchdown. Deckers on the quarterback scramble this time around.
Wow, that is just tough. Once again, Jay, we're sitting there 3rd down and long. We've got a shot at it. Our defensive backs are playing great coverage out there. They're with every one of them. And Deckers steps up, sees the opening, and he's just off to the races. He's too good, and 47 yards for the touchdown.
Point after attempt coming up from Tepete, and this will extend the lead to 17 points should it be good. 7:38 left in the first half. As we await the snap, snap is good, the hold is down, the kick is up, and the kick is through. 7:38 left to play in the first half, 34-17. West Sioux leading at Central Lyon George Little Rock. This is Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network. Back at Dick Knoll Field in Rock Rapids, 7:38 left to play in the first half, 34-17. West Sioux with the lead on Central Lyon George Little Rock. On 3rd down and 10, Hunter Deckers scrambles 47 yards for the West Sioux touchdown. And the Falcons extend their lead to 17 points. Now a crucial possession here for the Lion offense here. Got to get some points up on the board.
Yeah, absolutely. And we need to really take the ball down there. And we need to put something together. You know, we were picking apart. We were reading it. We're picking up the blitzes. and just making nice little dump passes, taking what the defense would give us. And I think there in the last couple of possessions, we've tried to force a little bit too much stuff, trying to look for that big hitter. You can't play that kind of football with West Sioux. You got to take whatever they can give you. You know, if it's 5 yards or 25 yards, you got to be ready to just take whatever is there.
Still 7:38 left in the first half here. A first half that has creeped along at the speed of smell with the clock stoppages from the incomplete passes, so on and so forth. 34-17 West Sioux with the advantage on Central Lyon George Little Rock. Ensuing kickoff following the latest Falcon touchdown from Tepete, and he'll give the ball the boot to high end-over-end kick. Carter Krull will take it at the 5-yard line to the 10, to the near sideline of the 15, 20, 25, and knocked out of bounds at about the 27 or 28-yard line. Lions will get pretty good starting field position here, 1st and 10.
Yeah, got a good return out there, picked up some good blocks, got to the corner, and like I said, you know, about the 27, 28-yard line. Now I just got to do something with it. I mean, if nothing else, even if you don't score here, Jay, you got to at least move the ball down the field. It'd be great to take 5 minutes off the clock and just limit the amount of touches that Deckers and Lyon have.
1st down and 10 for the Lions. Ball spotted on their own 27-yard line, where they'll start this series offensively. As Postma will line up in the shotgun, the hand to Meyer right up the middle. Not a lot happening there, maybe a yard, and that's about all on that play. So a 2nd down and 9 coming up.
Yeah, the D-line there for West Sioux, they're really reading that one well. They came up, saw the handoff was there, and just crashed down the line of scrimmage.
Ball spotted at the Central Lyon George Little Rock 28. Clock is on the move with 7:10 left to play in the first half. A 34-17 advantage for West Sioux over Central Lyon George Little Rock. We were going back and forth in the first quarter, and that kept up early on in the second quarter. However, West Sioux has been responsible for the last 2 scores, extending their lead. Postma in the shotgun, takes the snap, drops back to pass, sets up the screen over the middle to Krull, but incomplete, through just behind him. And a 3rd and 9 coming up for the Lions.
Yeah, once again, just tough break there. I think West Sioux has done a great job here in the second quarter of making the adjustments they needed. We were getting some big plays underneath with that, and West Sioux has adjusted. They've shifted a little bit, and you see they brought up a few more linebackers. They were running that 5-3, 5-3-3. Now they've brought those guys up a little bit more, and it looks like you're doing a 5-5-1 kind of defense out there, and they're really playing tight against that underneath. This is where you might get a shot where I'd like to see Cooper Spees come back into it and see if we can't find him down the field.
On 3rd down and 9, Postma from the shotgun, dropping back under pressure up the middle. He'll be dropped as it looks like Kalen Meyer missed the block of the blitzer up the middle back at the 19-yard line, and the Lions will be forced to punt once again.
Yeah, he knew it too. I mean, he got by, and Colby went down, and he was mad at himself for that one.
Van Berkom on to punt. He will camp out inside the 10 at his own 6-yard line. Gets another good snap, and Van Berkom gets off a low line drive punt. It will take a hop into West Sioux territory, just into West Sioux territory. Be down at the Falcon 49-yard line with 6:11 left to play in the first half. 34-17, West Sioux with the advantage, and the West Sioux offense back out on the field.
Yeah, West Sioux once again, great starting field position, and Lions are sitting in that spot again, Jay, and at any given moment, West Sioux could bust another big one. We've done a good job of getting them into those 3rd and long situations. It's just after that, West Sioux, they've got playmakers, and they make plays. And when they make plays, they're big plays.
1st down and 10 for the Falcons. Ball spotted on their own 49. Deckers will line up in the shotgun. Trip receivers left, Twins to the right as Deckers takes a snap, drops back to pass, looking, rolling out to his right, and almost brought down, runs out of the sack. And Deckers will have room to roam. A block in the back here late on Metzger is going to bring this play back as Metzger was about to knock him out of bounds, but a West Sioux player got him from behind.
Yeah, Lyle Moore was the first Lion defender, had a shot at him, and got some hands on Deckers. Like I said, he's 225 pounds, and he's just an athlete all the way through, and runs right through the paws there and gets away.
The officials will make the call, and it will be a block in the back on West Sioux, so they'll mark it off from the 45-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock. back to the 45 of West Sioux, and it will be a first down and 14 now for the Falcons with 6:01 left in the first half. 34-17, West Sioux with the advantage on Central Lyon George Little Rock. We were going back and forth for a while, but West Sioux took advantage of a couple of defensive stops, and they were able to cash in offensively to extend the lead to 17 points. Deckers in the shotgun, empty backfield, dropping straight back to pass, looking deep down the middle of the field. He'll overthrow the intended receiver, and incomplete. 2nd and 14 coming up.
Yeah, once again, a little bit of pressure, just getting some pressure in the face of Deckers. He's running backwards. And look at the arm strength, though, man. He was backpedaling backwards. He still threw that ball about 50 yards down the field and overshot everybody.
2nd down and about 14 for the Falcons. Ball spotted on their own 45 with 5:55 left to play in the first half. 34-17, the advantage for West Sioux over Central Lyon George Little Rock. As the Falcons will line up twin receivers to the right side, a single man, twins to the left, a single to the right. Now trips to the left as Deckers will take the snap, hand up the middle, and a run, and nothing doing there. Lions able to close on that quickly, and they'll give them forward progress to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And at 3rd down and 14 coming up for the Falcons.
Yeah, Lions showing some heart there. They stepped right up in there and made a nice tackle and stopped them for nothing on that run. But this has been the trouble down here, Jay. 3rd down and long. We've had them in this situation a lot. We just haven't been able to get out of it.
Twin receivers to the left, twins to the right. Deckers will line up in the shotgun. Man in motion, right to left, and the Lions are going to encroach here as coming through on the blitz just a little off on the timing, and they'll give West Sioux some yards via the penalty to the 50-yard line. It'll be on the midfield stripe. And now a 3rd down and 9 for West Sioux.
Yeah, and just trying to help them guys out a little bit. Still in a good, favorable position here for the Lions. At 3rd down and 9, you just got to try and play good, sound defense here. But 3rd down and 9 is a lot better than 3rd and 14 for West Sioux.
So right about the midfield stripe, the Falcons on 3rd and 9. Deckers will line up in the shotgun with trips to the left. Deckers calls it out, takes a snap, rolls out left immediately, looking for the left sideline, has a man, and guess who? It's Lynott at the 35. He'll drag a few defenders down to the 31 of Central Lyon George Little Rock, and the Falcons will move the chains.
It's unreal how he gets open like that. I mean, rolling out his Deckers left side, and then magically he looks up, throws the ball, and there's no one within 3 yards of Cade Lynott, and just a phenomenal player out there for Lynott. And you got a good quarterback like Deckers, but then you got a target like that, and that's just fantastic.
1st down and 10 for the Falcons from the Lion 31-yard line. Deckers will line up in the shotgun, empty backfield, takes a snap, quick pass, left side, catch is made by Kopic. Kopic has blockers in front of him, runs it up the middle of the field, and he'll take it all the way to the house for a touchdown from 31 yards out for West Sioux. And the Falcons are on the board again with 4:42 left to play here in the first half.
I don't know how they do that. It was just a nice little bubble screen right there behind the line of scrimmage. We had defenders there, and somehow they get through it, and they find the openings, and when they get to that 2nd, 3rd level, they're gone.
Well, the score now at 40-17. West Sioux with the advantage. And the extra point coming up from Tepete. Snap was a little high. The hold is down and the kick is up and good. 4:42 left to play in the first half, 41-17. West Sioux leading Central Lyon George Little Rock. This is Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Farmers, it's harvest time, and let's face it, things are quite different this year. Are you worried that your yields are down, but your production costs will keep rising? Let DeNoble & Company PC, certified public accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, relieve some of your stress by working with you to minimize your taxes and maximize your return. Call DeNoble & Company today for more information on end-of-the-year tax planning. We are a stable, reliable company with the security of experience and the energy of youth.
Back at Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids, 4:42 left to play in the first half. A 41-17 advantage for West Sioux on Central Lyon George Little Rock. Point spread at 24 now. as we were going back and forth here for a while, and 20-17 was the score, and then West Sioux has put up the last 3 scores since 20-17 to extend that lead to 41-17.
Well, in that 20-17, that was with 10.5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. And then the Falcons, it's been all Falcons for the last 6 minutes. And this first half is just taking forever.
4:42 left to play in the first half. Yet a 41-17 advantage for West Sioux on Central Lyon George Little Rock. Tepete with the ensuing kickoff, a high end-over-end kick, and they're going to say West Sioux got ahead of themselves here, so the official's going to mark this one back.
Well, an offsides penalty, moving them back there. That should definitely give Carter or Cole a shot at a return here. It'd be, I wonder if they'll go to a squib kick on this one and not try and give them deep.
Yeah, they'll mark it back to the 35 now, so we will see what they elect to do here. 4:42 left to play in the first half. 41-17, the advantage for West Sioux over Central Lyon George Little Rock. The latest coming on a 31-yard touchdown reception by Kopic. That is his first of the night. Tepete on the ensuing kickoff here for the Falcons. Walks it off, and again from the 35-yard line following the penalty. Tepete approaches, gives the ball the boot, a low line drive kick, and one of the Lion upbacks picks it up at the 25-yard line, drops it, picks it back up at the 30, to about the 32-yard line on the return, and for the Lions, I believe that was Luke Rasmussen. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think you're right, Jay. Luke Rasmussen. Saw him the other night playing some JV ball, and he made some big plays for him. Does a really nice job playing JV, and good to see him get in there and get a few plays here on the varsity side as well.
Officials will spot it at the 32 of Central Lyon George Little Rock, where the Lion offense back out on the field. Postma will line up in the shotgun. Trip receivers to the right, a single to the left. And Meyer in the backfield with Postma, as the Lions will take a crack at 1st and 10 from their own 32. Postma, looks like we had some early movement here on the line of scrimmage, getting a little sloppy late in the first half here.
Yeah, and the linebacker called that right away. He saw the flinch by the Lion offensive lineman there and immediately pointed out Bryce Vanderweer jumping early on that.
So the officials will walk it back to the 27-yard line. We're now a 1st and 15 for Central Lyon George Little Rock. Trip receivers to the right, a single to the left, as Postma will line up in the shotgun with Meyer to his right. Postma takes a snap, the hand to Meyer, and Meyer breaks through the initial contact, still carrying defenders up across the 30 to the 31, and a nice gain of about 4 yards for Meyer on 1st down.
Might even give him 5 there. It looks like they might even bring him back to the original line of scrimmage. Good, tough run there to set up 2nd down and 10.
Ball spotted on the Lion 32-yard line for 2nd down and 10. 4:09 left to play in the first half. Clock is on the move. A 41-17 advantage for West Sioux. Postma from the shotgun. He'll hand to Meyer again. Meyer just kind of puts the shoulders down and tries for about a yard. That's about all he's going to come up with. A 3rd down and 9 coming up for the Lions.
Well, I don't know if the Lions are just trying to keep the clock on the move here, trying to get out of this first half and see if they can't go into the locker room and regroup, but they are definitely just working on the clock at this moment.
3rd down and 9. Central Lyon George Little Rock with the ball on their own 33. 3.5 minutes left to play in the first half. The Lions trail it 41-17. In need of an offensive play here. Postma in the shotgun, takes a snap, rolls out right side, looking to let it go and hit as he throws. Leaping for it was Carter Kroll at the 40. Couldn't come down with it, though, as that was a wobbling duck after Postma got hit while throwing, and the Lions will be held to another 3 and out, forced to punt once again.
Yeah, there was a lot of pressure coming from the backside there on that one, and Colby just took off running, jumps and makes the throw, and he comes up. He's a little bit hobbled on that one. He's got to be careful out there.
Van Berkham on to punt, standing back on his own 21, gets a good snap and gets off a high booming punt. This is going to be fielded at the 32 on the run by West Sioux, up to about the 43-yard line for the return, make it the 44, and West Sioux will start first and 10 from their own 44. Kopic on the return with 3:07 left to play here in the first half.
3:07, that's plenty of time here for West Sioux. Lions definitely could use a 3-and-out here. Try and force them into a 3-and-out, get the ball back. And like I said, right there you saw they were trying to work the clock, trying to get out of this half so they can regroup and go gather themselves in the locker room.
First down and 10 for West Sioux with the ball spotted on their own 44. Deckers will line up in the shotgun, trip receivers to the left, twins to the right. As Deckers looks over the Lion defense, calls for the ball, drops back to pass. Deckers over the middle, and the pass is incomplete. Clock will stop with 3:02 left to play in the first half. 41-17, the advantage for West Sioux over Central Lion George Little Rock.
Yeah, good defense that time there. Meyer got underneath there, ran a little stunt there from the defensive line, got up there, forced that throw a little bit quicker for Deckers than he wanted to, and then just gave him a nice little bump, letting him know that he was there. You know, no harm, no foul, and but definitely letting Deckers know that we're still coming after him.
Second down and 10 for West Sioux from their own 44. Deckers in the shotgun, takes a snap, drops back, quick hit on the right side, and has some blockers to about midfield to the 50-yard line. Pickup of 6, and that will set up a third down and about 4 for the Falcons.
Yeah, line out once again with another little quick pass there. They want to get him the ball as many times in as many ways as they can. And anytime he gets the ball, he is a threat to go somewhere.
Third down and 4 for West Sioux. The ball spotted at midfield. 2:40 left to play in the first half. Clock is on the move. 41-17 the lead for West Sioux over Central Lion George Little Rock. Deckers will line up in the shotgun formation on 3rd and 4. Deckers takes a snap, rolls out left side, looking to pass at the sideline, has a man at the 40 of CLGLR, and that's Lynott. He'll step out of bounds at the 39, and West Sioux will move the chains with 2:21 left in the first half.
Yeah, once again, just running out there and somehow finding Cade Lynott. He is tough to hang on to. It doesn't seem like we've got enough defenders out there to stay with Cade Lynott.
First down and 10 for West Sioux with the ball spotted on the 39 of Central Lion George Little Rock. Deckers will line up in the shotgun. Trip receivers, make that 4 receivers right, a single to the left. Man in motion now from right to left is Lynott. Deckers will throw bubble screen right up over the middle. Nicely read by the Lion defense. And coming in to make the play on that was Cole Telford. That was Kalen Meyer, rather. He sniffed that out.
Yeah, Meyer knew it was coming there, read it, exploded on it, and went nice and low and tripped him up. Only going to be about a yard on the gain.
Ball spotted at the 38-yard line of Central Lion George Little Rock. 1:55 and counting left here in the first half. 41-17, the advantage for West Sioux. Deckers in the shotgun, trip receivers to the left, single to the right. Now they'll send another motion man over to the right. Deckers dropping back to pass, looking deep down the right sideline for the man, and Carter Kroll with some nice coverage defensively. Pass will fall incomplete, 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, like I said, Carter doing a great job there. He ran right even with him, but they got their legs collided and tangled there, and Carter came up limping on that one as he comes back to the defensive side of the ball.
Kroll is a little hobbled there. 3rd down and 9. Coming up for West Sioux with the ball spotted on the 38 of Central Lion George Little Rock. 1:36 left to play in the first half. A 41-17 lead for West Sioux. The scoreboard says 44, but I believe we can trust it is 41. Deckers in the shotgun, 5 wide, trips to the right, twins to the left. Deckers takes a low snap, drops back to pass, flag on the play. Deckers is flushed out of the pocket, throws over the middle, and the catch is made by Lynott. Kopic, rather. And Kopic makes his way.
But I think you got a hold.
It was an early flag. It was right on the snap, so we'll have to wait and see what this
Now, we said that earlier that sometimes those wideouts, they start moving forward a little bit early, and they might get him here on an illegal shift.
Yes, the officials are going to call motion on West Sioux, so that will be back to the 43-yard line. And now a third down and about 15 coming up for the Falcons here with 1:24 left in the first half.
Well, we got bailed out on that one because they came up with another big third down conversion play that went for a touchdown, and the Lions look like they're going to call a timeout.
Yeah, it looks like the Lions will call a timeout here. The game, a 24-point game right now. I believe 41-17 is the score, not 44-17 as your scoreboard indicates. 41-17 is the lead for West Sioux over Central Lyon George Little Rock. With 1:24 left to play here in the first half, you know, you're the Lions. If you get come up with a stop here, you do have a little bit of time to work with. You do get the ball to start things off in the second half as well. So looking for quick back-to-back scores, that would allow you to crawl right back within 10 points, you know, should you be able to get a couple touchdowns. Tall order, I know, but anything's possible. You're reaching right now.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, if you can come in, you know, that's something that you got to play for is try and win the second half and see what you can do. You know, come on out there, and if you can put up some quick scores and see what you can do, that's got to be what your goal is. And it looks like we got a couple of players cramping down there on the sidelines already.
Third down and about 15 for West Sioux with the ball spotted on the 43 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. They'll go 5 wide again. Decker's in the shotgun, calls it out, drops back, real nice protection up front, steps up in the pocket, and he might have stepped up into a sack. A flag comes in. Decker's throw is nearly picked. Trying to jump it once again, I believe was
I think that was Carter Crawl.
Carter Crawl, yeah. And
But,
that should be a holding flag, I believe, because Decker's had a lot of time in the pocket there.
Well, I mean, they were doing really good. It was up until he stepped up in the pocket is where the hold came, and that's a lot to ask out of your offensive lineman to block for that long. And finally, they just reached out and grabbed on, and the hold is going to come. And I'm really kind of shocked that they're going to take this penalty. They're going to push him back across the 50. Instead of going 4th down and 15, they're going to push him back and make it 3rd down in about 25 or 20, more than that.
Ball will be spotted on the West Sioux 43-yard line, so it will be 3rd down and quite a few here for West Sioux. We'll see if we can count that high.
27.
Decker's in the shotgun, takes a snap, rolls out to his right side. Looking downfield, now he'll step over to the left side, has some room to roam down the middle, and just led his receiver a little too far. Pass will fall incomplete. So 4th down and forever for West Sioux. You have to imagine they'll be content to punt it away with 1:07 left in the first half, but with your quarterback as your punter, you never know.
You never know. And West Sioux, they're good enough that they might just do that. But with 1:07 to go, you're up 41-17. You would hope that they would just punt this one away.
We'll see what they elect to do, as they will line up in a punt-type formation with the gunner lined out to each side. Deckers takes the snap and gives the ball a kick. A high spiraling kick, returnable at the 15. Here's Carter Krull to the 20, to the 25, to the 30. And right about the 30-yard line is where they'll mark him down. Threw the ball afterwards, not happy with something. And lucky he didn't get a flag there.
Yeah, got to be careful there. Can't be getting frustrated and throwing the ball out there.
Coach Eben will get in his ear for that. Tell him to keep his head about him, and Carter is pleading his case to the coach. Typically in a player-coach battle, the player doesn't win too often.
No, I don't know if I've ever seen the player win.
1st down and 10 for the Lions. Ball spotted on their own 30-yard line. 56 seconds left in the first half. We'll see what the Lions have here at 41-17. That is the lead for West Sioux over Central Lyon George Little Rock. Lions will line up with trip receivers to the left, a single to the right. Postma in the shotgun with an up back next to him. That's Meyer. Meyer will take the handoff for no gain on 1st down.
I think the Lions are just going to try and milk this one away here, get the clock on the move there, and they're content with running into the half.
2nd down and 10 for the Lions. The ball just across their own 30-yard line. Postma will line him up in the shotgun once again. Lions will send out, it looks like, twins to the left. A single, make that trips left. A single receiver to the right. Postma takes a snap, the hand to Meyer once again, hitting the backfield that time, charges forward to the line of scrimmage for no gain again, and that could be the final play of the first half here. We'll wait and see what the Lions elect to do. The clock is at 10 seconds and counting, and it looks like the Lions will take it to the half here tonight. So we have finally reached the half in this one here tonight. 41-17, West Sioux with the lead on Central Lyon George Little Rock. As we hit the half here tonight, big night at Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids. It is senior night. Marching band's going to give us a performance tonight. We'll have the Lions junior cheerleaders out on the track tonight as well. Busy halftime show coming up here at Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids. As we head into the Papik Motors halftime report, stay tuned. We'll have our Papik Motors halftime report coming up right here on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Farmers, it's harvest time, and let's face it, things are quite different this year. Are you worried that your yields are down, but your production costs will keep rising? Let DeNoble & Company PC, certified public accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, relieve some of your stress by working with you to minimize your taxes and maximize your return. Call DeNoble & Company today for more information on end-of-the-year tax planning. We are a stable, reliable company with the security of experience and the energy of youth.
Are you where you need to be on your financial planning process? Whether it's planning for retirement, investment, or risk management, trust our team at Frontier Bank Wealth Management to start you on the path to financial success. We guarantee exceptional customer service and value your time. We hold ourselves to the highest fiduciary standard in the industry and serve your interests, not our own. Whether you're just starting your financial plan or want help in maintaining it, let Frontier Bank help you plan your future.
Yeah, hard work looks easy when everything you touch turns gold. I was made for this. I was made for this. I was made for this. Last time the rhythm was amazing. Jackpot smile, but I was made for this. Kiss your rose and I'm making I was made for this.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank. In your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics.
Back at Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids in the middle of the half here on the Papik Motors halftime report. 41-17, the advantage for West Sioux over Central Lyon George Little Rock. Big half here. We've got the marching band on the field putting on a performance. And as you can see on your camera, the junior cheerleaders getting set to do their routine as well. I believe it's picture time for the varsity cheerleaders and the Lion Junior cheerleaders. And how about that cheerleading squad we got here this year? We don't talk about them enough, Joel. And these varsity cheerleaders, boy, we got a good 10, 12 of them this year.
Yeah, we got a good crew. Coach Jess Cruz, she kind of heads that one up. She does a fantastic job with these girls. And, the nice part is you get that many girls out there, and then we get a full squad for going into wrestling and basketball. We've got some great supporters out there, and they do a great job of helping get the crowd involved in it. You see the student section's been pretty lively tonight. I mean, part of that's because of the football team and the stuff they've been doing, but the cheerleaders have been helping a lot with that as well.
Yeah, 41-17 ball game, and I guess the best way to explain it is when you're playing the West Sioux Falcons, normal rules just don't apply. If you could think like maybe Boise State or a college football program like that, maybe a Pac-12 game, because at one point, 2 minutes into the second quarter, this was a 20-17 ball game.
Oh yeah, this is like you said, if you're going college style, this is like the Big 12 Oklahoma Texas Tech days where you just run back and forth on each other, and that's what was happening early. And we talked about it when it was 20-17. It was back and forth, and we said, well, who's going to wear out first? And it looked like in that second quarter, the Lions got a little bit tired there and just couldn't keep pace.
Well, now we got a 41-17 score, a 24-point game at the half, but it feels like a game that, if Central Lyon, George Little Rock can take over offensively, march it down the field and score right away, they're not out of this.
Absolutely not. We showed that we can play with them. We can run right with these guys. And we're going to get the ball first to start the second half. So, I mean, you just got to be ready to do something with it. And like I said, I think we got behind there and we saw the quick strikes that they had going, and I think we wanted to try and match it and try and keep going, and that's just not our style out there. And we kind of got caught. They got some 3-and-outs and got the ball back, and they just got to extend that lead. And, Jay, we've got those junior cheerleaders coming out, and I think we're going to give everybody the show here tonight.
Yeah,
so
junior cheerleaders taking the field.
You're watching at home. You see the kids, they're waving at their parents. Always good to see these girls. They got to spend a couple days with the varsity cheerleaders after school.
Yeah.
These girls got to hang out with them. They got to learn their cheers, learn a few dance routines, and now they're here. It's performance time.
I'm a father of 2 of them, so I've been hearing all about the practices that we've had here this week, and these girls are very excited. They are jacked up to perform, so we'll get them lined up, and it looks like, they always get a great number for junior cheer, and this year no different. A lot of good cheerleaders out here at midfield. So we're going to look forward to the show here from the Lions junior cheerleaders after the Lion Marching Band gave us their performance.
Yeah, you can't really see it, but they've all got matching T-shirts on. All the junior cheerers get a T-shirt. Lots of face paint, lots of bows.
Yeah.
It's just what junior cheer should be.
Yeah, we do have a lot of bows and some very colorful shorts and shoes out there. I see some pink shoes, some orange, some bright colors there. Some pink shorts I see, some purple shorts. Of course, you got to wear the purple, right? And here's the cheer routine.
All right, look at
Okay,
that. Pretty
very
solid.
good. All right, so there's the cheer number, and we'll see if we got some more cheers coming up here.
Oh, yeah, look at all the parents down here in the stands.
Parents.
Everybody's got the camera phones out. And
Looks like we got a little dance number here. Very good. Very good.
Few kicks there in the back row. Look at that.
Yeah. Oh, wow. We got cartwheels going in the back row. Look at this.
All right, our junior cheerleaders.
Okay, there you go. The Lions junior cheerleaders with the help of the varsity cheerleaders. Boy, they got them performing well here tonight. That'll get you fired up for the second half of football coming up here tonight. 41-17, the advantage for the West Sioux Falcons over Central Lyon George Little Rock. And I want to thank our man, Matty Bixman, no longer our sideline reporter. Even more important duties await for Matty Bix nowadays.
Absolutely.
Yes, he's our concession guy.
Well, not only that, he mowed the field today.
Yeah.
The field looks amazing, and Matty was the man on the mower.
Yep, we give him the credit. He is one of the facilities caretakers here at Central Lyon High School, does a fantastic job. And, boy, this field looks good as gold this year. This looks like a great playing surface.
Absolutely, Jay. And once again, we want to thank our halftime supporter, Papik Motors. Papik Motors is going to provide us transportation to all the away games this year. And a fine facility, the Papik family taking over the old Vanderlee Motors dealership right here in downtown Rock Rapids. And they have really stepped up the game. They have done a fantastic job. They remodeled everything. They got a whole new lineup of cars down there, and just a great fresh look and a great community supporter is Papik Motors. Make sure you check them out if you're in line for a new vehicle. And you can check them out online as well at PapikRockRapids.com.
And Joel, obviously, we spoke about the 2018 Traverse that they hooked us up with last week. Looking forward to that Spirit Lake trip next week. I tell you what, if anything, it got us looking forward to road trips. That's for sure.
You bet. I can't wait to see what they're going to give us next time. Like I said, the bad part was with that 2018 Traverse, so many bells and whistles and trinkets for me to play with. I'm afraid I was going to crash that thing.
Yeah, there was a lot to play with, and that was only for our 20-minute road trip that we get. Next week, we got a good hour to play around in that vehicle from Papik Motors.
Yeah, the automatic high beams were the cool thing in there. I like them.
That was something that we wrote home about, no doubt about that. The automatic high beams and very affordable, only 23,000 miles on that Traverse. It had all the bells and whistles like you mentioned, and very affordable. I believe it was even under 40,000.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if that vehicle's still there. I didn't get a chance to look today, but I'd be shocked if that one stays on the lot very long.
Leather seats, cooled seats, you name it, they had it there on that Traverse. That was something else.
Absolutely. They got something for everybody down there at Papik Motors here in Rock Rapids. Give them a try.
One of the many fine ones you'll find there on the lot at Papik Motors. And, well, we might be out on the T-shirt toss this year, Joel, from the cheerleaders because we don't have an open window. We got a screen in front of our window this year for some reason.
Well, it keeps the bugs out.
Yeah, it does keep the bugs out, I guess, but keeps the T-shirt toss away. So I guess we'll see how that plays out over the season. In the middle of the Papik Motors halftime report here at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids. Coming up, we're going to take a trip into the Lions Den, have a player spotlight. Thomas Skidmore will be joining us at the half here tonight. Thomas Skidmore, our halftime guest when we return. The Papik Motors halftime report from Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids, 41-17. West Sioux leading Central Lyon George Little Rock. More coming up next on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Yeah, hard work looks easy when everything you touch turns gold. I was made for this. I was made for this. I was made for this. Last time the feeling was amazing. Jackpot smile, but I was made for this. Can't stop the moves that I'm making. I was made for this.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank. In your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this week's halftime show. Now we will be diving into the Lions Den with senior Thomas Skidmore. So, Thomas, as the season goes, tell us about your positions and responsibilities on the field.
I play receiver and corner. Receiver, main responsibility would be catching passes and making plays, but what most people don't understand is you have to be able to block, because that can lead to touchdowns if we get the edge. And on defense, most of it is don't get beat deep and play physical.
Yeah, so you talk about making plays. What are some of your goals on the season?
Some of the goals on the season would be to win the district, and then this kind of goes hand in hand, because if you win the district, you make the playoffs. So.
Yeah, so let's get off the football field here a minute, and let's talk about classes. What are you taking for a class schedule this year?
Band, advanced math, college comp, public speaking, lifting, current events, and economics.
Yeah, so you sound like a busy man in the classroom. What are some of the other activities you do outside of school?
Outside of school is mostly my part-time job at Sunshine.
Got any plans for next year?
Plans for next year, I plan on going to Kirkwood or Iowa to study finance.
All right, well, now that we're done with that, you want to talk about some of the advice you have for the younger football players going into this program?
Some advice I would give to younger players is just to play hard, because after the 4 years, you get to senior year, you don't even know that it's over. So I would just say give it your all, because one day you won't be able to play football anymore.
Thanks, Thomas, for that great advice for the younger players. Now let's take it back to Jay and Joel.
Farmers, it's harvest time, and let's face it, things are quite different this year. Are you worried that your yields are down, but your production costs will keep rising? Let DeNoble & Company PC, certified public accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, relieve some of your stress by working with you to minimize your taxes and maximize your return. Call DeNoble & Company today for more information on end-of-the-year tax planning. We are a stable, reliable company with the security of experience and the energy of youth.
Back at Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids at the half on the Papik Motors halftime report. 41-17, West Sioux with the lead on Central Lyon George Little Rock. Just about set for the start of the second half here, and more numbers to come for Hunter Deckers, I'm sure, Joel.
Yeah, he's got some crazy numbers. He's got a game's worth of stats out there. He's got 479 yards, 5 touchdowns through the air, and he's got 68 on the ground and another touchdown there. I mean, he's just putting up video game style numbers out there.
And I tell you what, the frustrating part of your Central Lyon George Little Rock is, like we've said, these defenders, a lot of the time they've been right in the back pocket of the receivers for West Sioux. There's just nothing you could do. You've been covering them as good as you possibly can. But frustrating night for the defense, as it is for many defenses that have the privilege of playing against West Sioux. 12 minutes up on the board for quarter number 3. We are underway. Tepete with a little line drive bounce kick. And the Lions going to get a return off of it back to the 30-yard line here. I think that was Rasmussen again, getting it from his up back spot. And the Lions with pretty good starting field position to start off the second half as we close out the Papik Motors halftime report.
Yeah, and you saw it there again. They go back to that squib kick. They've kicked it back to Carter Krull and to Cole Telford a couple times, and they've learned their lesson. They're not going to let these guys have another shot at it. But here come the Lions on the offensive side. Time to get things started on the right foot.
First and 10. Postma will line up in the shotgun with trips to the right, a single man left. Postma takes a snap and fakes the hand. Quarterback keep going to take it over right tackle for a good 5 or 6 yards out to the 36-yard line, and a good-looking first play for CLGLR.
Well, and you saw on that one, West Sioux making the adjustments on that, Jay. They didn't bring the house. They didn't blitz anyone there. They showed blitz, but then backed off every linebacker and decided they're just going to play back on their heels. They're not going to let us beat us on a big play.
Second down and about 5 coming up for the Lions. The ball just across their own 35-yard line. Just getting underway in the second half here. 41-17, West Sioux with the lead. Postma in the shotgun, calls it out. And to Carter Kroll, left side, has a hole. Kroll is off to the races, and he is caught from behind inside the 35-yard line down to the 31 of West Sioux. Carter Kroll with a big gainer for the Lions.
Yeah, nice job there. He was running there, and he's fast out there, but Cade Lynott probably the only man on the field that was going to catch him.
First down and 10 for the Lions. Ball spotted on the 31-yard line of West Sioux. 1 minute into the third quarter. 41-17, the advantage for West Sioux as the Lion offense looks to get the scoring started early here in half number 2. First down and 10 from the West Sioux 31. Postma in the shotgun, trip receivers left, a single to the right. Postma takes the snap, quarterback keep around left end. Postma breaking for the sideline, just tripped up from behind. Inside the 30-yard line, though, down to the 29, and it will be a pickup of about 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, it was a nice job of pulling that one away from Telford. I thought Telford still had the ball, and we saw those exchanges out there. That can be tough when you're the quarterback and you're pulling that thing away from the running back. It's the running back's job to take that one, so you got to be strong in there.
Second down and 6 coming up for the Lions. Ball spotted on the 29-yard line of West Sioux. Postma will line up in the shotgun. Twin receivers to the right. Man in motion left to right. Postma takes a snap. Quick pass left side. Pass falls incomplete. It was intended for Skidmore over on the left side. Now a third down and 4 coming up for the Lions.
Yeah, first time we've targeted Skidmore here tonight. Good to hear from him at the half in the Lions Den, and I have to say a big thanks to the mullet man, Cole Hugendorf,
yeah,
filling in for me this week. I was busy, and he stepped up, said, I did the interview last week. I know all the questions. I'm in.
Yeah, Coleman had a little something going with the hair there, man.
He's trying to take my job.
Wowzers. Third down and 4 coming up for the Lions. Postma takes the snap, and quarterback keep right up the middle. Carter Kroll not met politely in the backfield. Postma will take it down to the 25. It'll be a couple yards shy of the first down. Carter Kroll getting lit up in the backfield as Postma took the ball from him.
Well, that's the proof of a good fake out there because everybody thought he had the ball, and he took the lick, and that allowed Colby to get on by and pick up the yards he did.
Looks like Kroll is going to go for a field goal here from 41 yards out, dead center. As we'll await the snap from Reby. The snap is good. The hold is down. The kick is up. And the kick from Carter Kroll is good from 41 yards out. 9:14 left to play in the third quarter, and the Lions have closed it to a 21-point advantage for West Sioux at 41-20. Stay tuned. We'll have more coming up. This is Lion Football on the Central Lion Broadcast Network.
Are you where you need to be on your financial planning process? Whether it's planning for retirement, investment, or risk management, trust our team at Frontier Bank Wealth Management to start you on the path to financial success. We guarantee exceptional customer service and value your time. We hold ourselves to the highest fiduciary standard in the industry and serve your interests, not our own. Whether you're just starting your financial plan or want help in maintaining it, let Frontier Bank help you plan your future.
Back at Dick Knoll Field in Rock Rapids, 9:14 left to play in the third quarter. A 41-yard field goal from Carter Kroll, and it's a 41-20 ball game. West Sioux's lead down to 21 for the time being, but West Sioux will get the ball. So, subject to change possibly.
Maybe we'll onside kick it.
Yeah, we'll see what the Falcons do here as far as starting field position goes following the ensuing kickoff from Carter Kroll.
But what a weapon he's turned out to be.
Yes.
I mean, he's got that leg. That 41-yarder, that was made with ease, man. He had plenty of yards to go in that.
Ball spotted on the 40-yard line for the kick as Kroll waits for the signal from the official. and gets the official signal. Krull gives the ball the boot, a high end-over-end kick, and it will be fielded at the 1 yard line. And it's Lynott coming right up the middle of the field, breaking it out right side to about the 25, where West Sioux will take over 1st and 10.
Dude was shot out of a cannon, man. He caught that thing and he was gone. Holy cow. Can't believe he could do that. I mean, he got out there past the 20-yard line before the coverage team could get there. He was flying.
1st down and 10 for West Sioux. Ball spotted on their own 25-yard line. 9:08 left to play in quarter number 3. A 41-20 advantage for the Falcons. Falcons' first takeoff offensively will line up Deckers in the shotgun. Twin receivers to each side. Man in motion left to right. That's Lynott. Deckers will hand up the middle and tippy-toeing through the backfield. And coming up on the carry, I believe that was Lynott up to the 39-yard line. Real nice ball carry for a 1st down as the Lions had great penetration on the play.
Well, we got great penetration, but like I said, he tiptoed through the line of scrimmage. Then he got to that 2nd and 3rd level, and it was no more tiptoeing. He put the shoulder down and just started barreling through.
1st down and 10 for West Sioux. The ball spotted on their own 39-yard line. 8:55 left to go in the 3rd quarter. 41-20 the advantage for West Sioux over Central Lyon George Little Rock. Deckers in the shotgun. Twin receivers to each side. Man in motion right to left. He'll take the hand from Deckers. The sweep around right end. Carry up to about the 43-yard line. Pickup of 4 on 1st down for Lynott.
You know, West Sioux changing some things up here. They haven't stepped back in that throw. They're going to try and be committed to the run, show that they can do it. You know, and I think that's just to prove that they're not one-dimensional. Right now they're thinking that they need to be showing that they do have the ability to run, and they are going to be committed to run the ball when they have to.
2nd down and 6 for West Sioux with the ball spotted on their own 43. Deckers in the shotgun. Trip receivers right, a single to the left. Man in motion right to left. Deckers takes a snap, drops back to pass, looks over the middle, has a man open in Lion territory. That's Lynott. Who else at the 46-yard line of CLGLR?
Yeah, that's just unreal how good he is. Somehow he manages to always find himself to be open.
8 minutes exactly left to play here in quarter number 3 as the clock is on the move. 41-20, the advantage for West Sioux over Central Lyon George Little Rock. Deckers will line up in the shotgun. Twin receivers right, twin receivers to the left, and up back standing to his right. As Deckers will look over the defense, man in motion left to right. Deckers takes the snap, drops back, quick pass left side, and the catch is made in the flat for a pickup of about 6 or 7 yards by Van Bulligan.
And they brought him in motion, and I was shocked they didn't show at all that they were going to do the jet sweep with him. There was no fake at all. They let him go through, and we let him go through too. We just kind of sat there and watched him. They snapped the ball through to him right away. That's an easy 5-yard pickup.
2nd down and 5 coming up for West Sioux from the Central Lyon George Little Rock 41-yard line with Deckers in the shotgun. Twin receivers out wide to each side. Deckers looks over the Lion defense, takes the snap, fakes the hand, rolls out left side. Deckers under pressure, tucks it and runs with it, and he's going to be brought down for a quarterback sack, a loss of a yard, and Vanderweerd got him.
Yeah, Vanderweerd's been really good. He's been a solid defensive end for us, and he's quicker than what you think. He's a big guy, but he can run right with you and does a great job of pursuing and wrapping him up, bringing him down for the loss of 1.
3rd down and 6 coming up for West Sioux. The ball spotted on the 42 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. 6:25 left in the 3rd quarter. A 41-20 advantage for West Sioux. Deckers in the shotgun. Man in motion left to right as Deckers drops back to pass. Under pressure once again. A holding flag on the play, and Deckers is going to be brought down for another 1-yard loss, and now it will be decision time for the Lions here.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do here. I would assume that they've been doing it all night. They're going to push him back and make it 3rd down and really long, because this is actually back at the 50-yard line. If this pushes them back to the 40, it's going to be 3rd down and like 24 or something like that. So I'll bet they push him back here, because
your other option would be 4th and about 7 probably.
Which is very capable for them to do.
Yes.
I'll bet that they push him back here.
We'll wait and see what the official word is. It is a holding on West Sioux. And the Lions will decline it. Okay.
They're going to decline, and here it is. This is where we've talked about all night long. The quarterback is your punter, and this would be the perfect opportunity for them to take off with him.
They will line up in a punt-style formation here, but 4th and 7 in enemy territory, you would think they'd be going for it. They will split out 3 gunners to the left now. Decker takes the snap, drops back to pass, looking over the middle of the field under pressure now. He's just going to kick it. Deckers kicks it, and it will roll through the end zone for the touchback. And they did have a pass-punt option there, and Deckers does a real nice job with that.
Well, and that's the hard part right there, because he goes into that pass protection, then we start bringing pressure, and all of a sudden he goes into a kick mode, and as soon as he goes into that, he becomes the kicker again. You're not allowed to touch him. I mean, that's touchy. But nonetheless, a rugby-style kick there goes through the end zone, and we get the stop on downs, and we get another shot on offense.
Stop for the Lion defense, and now 1st down and 10 for the Lion offense from their own 20 as Postma will line up in the shotgun formation. Postma looking over the defense. He'll check up with the line of scrimmage. Twin receivers out wide to each side. Meyer will join Postma in the backfield. 5:50 left in the 3rd quarter. Lions trail it 41-20. Postma will shift Meyer over to his left side. Carter Krull coming across in motion. Postma takes a snap, hands to Krull, and Krull will get tied up at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Might give him a yard there as he leaned forward through the pile, but that was the same play that he was able to break a big run on earlier. This time he just got tied up, and the D lineman just did a great job of holding on to the legs and waited for the linebackers to clean up.
2nd down and 9 for the Lions. Ball spotted just across their own 20-yard line. Krull will check out. Metzger will check in. 5:18 left in the 3rd quarter. 41-20. West Sioux with the advantage. On 2nd and 9, twin receivers to each side. Metzger coming across in motion. Postma takes a snap, drops back to pass, sets up a screen over the middle, nearly picked. Nicely read by West Sioux as they took 2 steps in and knew that it was a screen pass. Dropped back and almost got the pick there.
Yeah, they were ready for that one, and they had that read all the way. Deckers just about got that, and that would be hitting for the cycle, I suppose. He's got a rushing touchdown. He's got some passing ones, you know. If he got a pick 6 there, because if he does catch that, he's gone.
3rd down and 9 coming up for the Lions with the ball spotted just across their own 20-yard line. 5:03 left in the 3rd quarter, and the Lions trail it 41-20. Postma in the shotgun, trip receivers to the left. Postma takes a snap, hands to Meyer right up the middle. Meyer breaks it out left side. He'll carry to the 24 for a pickup of about 3-4 yards on the play, and the Lions will be forced to punt it away once again.
Well, and, you know, just playing it safe right there, your 3rd down and long, and you go with the run play, see if you can't sneak them through on the draw. If not, it gets the clock on the move once again, and the pace has definitely slowed down here in the 2nd half.
Van Berkom on the punt, a high end-over-end kick. It's a short one, fair catch by Kopic right about midfield. I believe it will be on the Lion 49 where they give it to. No, they will give it at midfield. So right at the midfield stripe, it will be 1st and 10 for West Sioux with 4:33 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Joel, it feels like this 3rd quarter is just flying by.
Yeah, consider that 2nd quarter took forever. You know, this one is moving right along, but we better watch what we say here, knock on wood, because at any moment, West Sioux can strike.
1st down and 10, the Falcons offensively. Decker is going to line up under center with twin receivers left, a man in motion coming across. The hand will go right up the middle. Nothing doing there. The Lions able to read that right away for no gain. And a 2nd and 10 coming up for West Sioux.
Yeah, they were ready for that one. A different look there by West Sioux to come up, play under center there, show a little power, and just do an ace back set and trying to get the 2nd man through. Lion defensive line was up to the task, though. And that D-line for CLGLR has been pretty good. They've got some good pressure in the backfield all night long.
2nd down and, well, they're going to give them a loss back to the 49, so 2nd down and about 11 coming up for West Sioux as Deckers will line up in the shotgun formation. Actually, we might have a new quarterback here this time around. It is a new quarterback, different quarterback for West Sioux as we had a hold, a pass that was incomplete. Holding was not called. In for West Sioux at quarterback now is Dylan Wiggins, a 6', 150-pound freshman. And he just came on for that one play. Now Decker will come back out.
Yeah, and I wonder if there's an equipment deal or something like that. If Decker's had a mouthpiece or a helmet strap or something come loose and had to come out for one play.
3rd down and 11 for West Sioux. The ball spotted on their own 49. 3:45 left in the third quarter. Lions trail by 21. Deckers in the shotgun, takes the snap, drops back to pass, looking over the middle, has plenty of time, lets it go deep down the left sideline, and it's nearly intercepted by the Lions. Carter Krull almost had it. Flag on the play, and I believe we're going to get a holding here. So once again, you're going to have decision time again.
Yeah, I think this time they're going to decline again, and they'll force 4th and 11 at the midfield marker and see if they can't force these guys to punt the ball away again. But once again, that D-line is just getting some good pressure. They're really moving out there, and all West Sioux can do is grab on and hold, and this time the Lions...
Whoa.
I say the official said decline, and they started walking back, so I'm not sure what was going on.
Come back up to the line of scrimmage here. There you go. 4th down and 11 coming up for West Sioux. Ball spotted on the 49.
You know, in West Sioux, I think, you know, they're frustrated but still content with a 21-point advantage here.
As Deckers takes the snap and gets off the punt, a high spiraling punt angling out of bounds, and it will die flatly just inside the 20, right about the 18-yard line, where it will be downed with 3:27 left in the third quarter. So the Lion defense able to get a couple of stops on the first West Sioux possessions, and you can't say West Sioux calling the dogs off because judging by their approach, that is not what they do.
No, they're they're gunning down the field. They're still throwing it, but the Lions have played really good pass coverage defense with the D-backs. They're doing a great job, and we're getting some great pressure with just the front 4 guys. You know, that front 4 for the defensive line they've played phenomenal this game.
1st down and 10 coming up for the Lions. Ball spotted on their own 20-yard line. We'll see if the Lion offense can get a little something moving down the field here like they did on the opening possession, unable to get that on that second offensive possession. Postma takes the snap, the hand right up the middle, and here comes Meyer for a big gainer across the 35 out to the 37-yard line, and a nice gain for Meyer on 1st down for the Lions.
Yeah, another 18-yard pickup there for Kalen, and just busting it up through the field there and just following them offensive linemen, gets in the backfield and makes one cut, and he's going.
1st down and 10. Central Lion George Little Rock now on their own 37-yard line. You can tell there are players that are grabbing for air down there in squat positions in between plays here. 1st down and 10. Postma in the shotgun. Trip receivers to the right. Postma takes a snap, drops back to pass, under pressure, steps up in the pocket, and Postma has to tuck it and does gain about a yard or two after that, and that's about as good as you're going to get there.
Yeah, and you know, the nice part there is he stepped up in the pocket. He was still looking down the field like he wanted to throw the ball. And then at the last minute decided he was going to try and run, and by that time the D-line crashed down on top of him and got to him.
2nd down and about 8 for the Lions with the ball spotted on their own 38-yard line. 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Clock on the move. The Lions trail it 41-20 against West Sioux here tonight. Postma will line up in the shotgun. Trip receivers to the right, a single man to the left as Postma calls it out, takes the snap, the hand to Meyer right up the middle, met right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play, and West Sioux was all over that one.
Oh, yeah, they were right there. The linebackers came through, they filled the hole, and being led by that big number 8, Hunter Deckers, just lights him up and sets up 3rd down and long, and we'll see what the Lions choose to do.
3rd down and about 9 for the Lions. The ball spotted just inside their own 38-yard line with 1:50 left to play in the third quarter. Clock on the move. Lions trail it 41-20. As Postma will line up in the shotgun, twin receivers out wide to each side and up back standing to his right. Postma looks over the West Sioux defense, calls it out, long count, takes a snap, drops back to pass. Little floater out in the flat for Meyer is incomplete, and the Lions will be forced to punt it away again.
Man, he had him too. Meyer was there in the flat. If he'd have caught that, he was going to get a 1st down very easily. But the big DN, great job there. He wasn't going to get to the quarterback. Got up there and swatted the ball down. I've seen that a couple times tonight. West Sioux defenders are pretty good at it.
Van Berkemon to punt the ball away and gets off a high spiraling punt. Lineout will say stay away inside the 35. Lineout picks it up. Boy, dangerous there at the 33 and does stretch out to the 35. And that's where West Sioux will start, 1st and 10. Pardon me, that was Kopic on the return, rather, not Lineout.
Yeah, once again, minute 30 to go here. Lions are holding par on the defensive side, and we'll see if they can keep up with it. They're doing a good job. The front four has been fresh. They've been getting guys back and forth. A lot of depth being built up there on that defensive line. We see 2-3 guys swapping in and out and keeping them guys so they can keep bringing pressure.
1st down and 10 for West Sioux. Twins out wide to each side. Deckers from the shotgun, dropping back to pass, rolling out to his right side, lets it go down the field. Incomplete, and nearly a diving catch on the play for the Falcons, as it was Hernan Tapate, I believe, almost came up with it.
Yeah, once again, good pressure coming up the field there. Lions that time, the DN for us making his way through was, I think it was Damian Kelderman, putting some pressure on. Just a young guy, another one of them guys I got to watch in the JV game. JV and freshman, good outing this week. They picked up 2 wins against Lamar's on Tuesday night.
2nd down and 10 for West Sioux from their own 35. Deckers in the shotgun, pitches it out left side, cutting it back upfield is the ball carrier to about the 40. Pick up a 5 on 2nd down, and it will be a 3rd down and about 5 coming up for the Falcons. 1:08 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Clock on the move. A 41-20 advantage for West Sioux over Central Lyon George Little Rock here tonight at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids. And on 3rd down and 5, Deckers will line up in the shotgun. Split receiver to each side, a wing back to the left and up back to the left. He'll scatter out in motion. Deckers takes a snap right over the middle. Pretty pass, and the catch is made to about midfield for the 1st down for West Sioux, and the Falcons will move the chains.
And that's just too easy for him right there. He just took 2 steps back. He actually threw it before the receiver was paying attention. And just easy connection there, easy 1st down.
Aiden Schweisaw on the reception. So a 1st down and 10 for West Sioux with 30 seconds left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Clock on the move, 41-20, the advantage for West Sioux over Central Lyon George Little Rock. Deckers in the shotgun with an up back to his right. A wing back, double wing to the right. Split receiver to each side. Deckers on a counter over the left side. Nothing doing there. The Lions were able to snuff that out pretty quick. Back at the 46-yard line, and the carry was by Lineout. It will be a loss of 4 on the play, and that will bring an end to quarter number 3. After 3 complete, West Sioux leading Central Lyon George Little Rock 41-20. Stay tuned. We'll have the 4th quarter coming up when we return. This is Lion Football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank in your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Back at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids, 12 minutes up on the board for quarter number 4, a 41-20 advantage for West Sioux over Central Lyon George Little Rock. The Lions with the only points of the 3rd quarter, that being the 41-yard field goal by Carter Kroll.
Hey, and we talked about that, Jay. We got to win the 2nd half. That was what our goal was, and so far, the Lion defense is doing that.
2nd down and about 14 for West Sioux from their own 46 as we kick off quarter number 4, and the Lions Tried to time the blitz again and couldn't quite make it work.
Yeah, Kalen Meyer was trying, and then he tried to whoa up and ended up knocking the D lineman into him, and that's a tough break there. You had him behind the sticks, and then you give him a free 5 yards. 2nd and 9 is like nothing to these guys.
2nd and 9 from the CLGLR 49 now, as Deckers will line up in the shotgun formation with 4 wide to the left, and up back standing to his left. Deckers calls it out, long count, takes a snap, pitch out over the left side. The Lions snuff it out once again. Great penetration defensively, and back at the 48 of West Sioux, it will go for a loss of 3.
Yeah, once again, just great penetration, and Kalen that time, it looks like West Sioux's trying to change up the cadence. They're trying to keep the Lions defense guessing there, but Lions doing a great job of exploding off the line and getting in the backfield and disrupting things.
3rd down and about 12. Well, make it 13 here for West Sioux. Ball spotted at their own 48. 11:25 left to play in the 4th quarter. 41-20, the advantage for West Sioux. Deckers in the shotgun, dropping back to pass, looking over the middle, rolling out left side. Deckers will tuck it and run with it. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 45-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock. They'll give him the 44 for a spot, and it will be a 4th down and about 4 coming up for the Falcons.
Yeah, that's a nice run there. Good defensive backfield pressure there. The Lions did a great job. No open receivers for him to go to, and that's just the ability of Deckers to tuck and run. And he takes off, picks up 8 yards, and makes this 4th down and manageable.
4th down and 4 for West Sioux. The ball spotted on the Central Lyon George Little Rock 44-yard line. Twins out wide to each side. Deckers will line up in the shotgun with an up back to his right. Deckers takes a snap, and he's going to punt it. Punts it inside the 10, and that ball just died at about the 9-yard line. Real nice punt by Deckers. And the Lions will be pinned deep with 11:10 left to play in the 4th quarter, trailing it 41-20, but the Lion defense has managed to keep West Sioux off the board here in the 2nd half.
Yeah, like I said, you're pinned deep, but that's a win in your book. You force them guys to punt the ball away again, and you're pitching a shutout so far here in the 2nd half against a very, very talented team.
Twin receivers out wide to the left side, make that trips out wide to the left side as Postma will line up in the shotgun formation with Meyer. Late lineman coming out onto the field here for the Lions.
Jarrett Meyer coming on.
And with Meyer in up front on the offensive line, we should be ready to get back to action here as Postma will line up in the shotgun. Postma takes the snap and hands to Meyer. Meyer right up the middle, tiptoes through a few tackle attempts and carries up to the 17-yard line. Nice gain of about 8 yards for Meyer on 1st down.
Yeah, I like that job there by Kalen because he got through the line of scrimmage and looked like he was going to try and dance with the linebacker, and instead he just buries the shoulder and goes right through him and picks up probably 2 to 3 more yards by doing that as opposed to trying to run around him.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to give him the 18-yard line now. So a 2nd down and about 1 for the Lions with the ball spotted on their own 18. Postma from the shotgun with twin receivers to each side. Man in motion left to right. That's Telford. Postma going to air it out down the left sideline for Skidmore, who makes the catch, but he was out of bounds. Did not drag the foot. So they will say incomplete. Skidmore was out of bounds, made a nice leaping catch, but just did not count.
I think he got it, man. That left foot came down. I think he was good. But the official coming behind the play says, no, Coach Postma's up there. He's looking at the plant inside the grass. He's saying that foot was in, but nonetheless, no good. But a great job to take a shot there, and that forces the defense to back up a little bit. And it might open up the run game a little.
10:26 left to play in the 4th quarter. 41-20, the advantage for West Sioux over Central Lyon George Little Rock. Lions facing a 3rd and 1 from their own 18. Postma in the shotgun, takes the snap, the hand to Telford up the middle. Nothing doing there, but Telford is able to get off the initial contact. He'll end up at the 16-yard line, so a loss of about 2 or 3 on the play, and really that play was dead from the start. Telford was able to keep it alive for a while.
Well, and the worst part about that is Telford came up hobbling after that. He's tough to bring down, but he's over there right away. He looks like he's going to run this one off, but nonetheless, Lions force punt it away again.
And Van Berkom will be back right about his own 4-yard line, it looks, to give the ball the boot here this time by.
He could use a big one right here.
Yeah, tale of two halves here. The punting game getting a lot of time here in the second half. Van Berkham's punt, a high end-over-end punt. Nobody back for West Sioux, and a nice roll for Van Berkham inside the 35, and it will drop at the 32-yard line of West Sioux, where it will be downed by Central Lyon George Little Rock. So a great punt from Caden Van Berkham. And with 9.5 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter, West Sioux will take over 1st and 10 on their own 32.
Yeah, going to be credited with a 52-yard punt on that one. It's pretty good for the freshman.
Yeah, I would say so. 41-20, the advantage for West Sioux over Central Lyon George Little Rock. It was a 41-17 game at the half. A 41-yard field goal by Carter Crawley, only scoring we've seen in the entire second half.
Yeah, and like I said, the way the first half went, it's pretty impressive that it has slowed down to this pace right here. But, you know, with the score being where it's at, you know, it's a 3-touchdown lead there for West Sioux. They're not really pushing as hard as they probably could have if they really wanted to.
And you've seen the Falcons try some different looks here. They're definitely tinkering in the second half with the offensive scheme. Deckers takes the shotgun snap, quick pass, left side, nothing doing there. Cole Hugedorn reads that one and plants line out back at the 30-yard line for a loss of 2.
Yeah, that was a great stick there. Coming up there, he read it well, and he got there right as the catch did and puts the helmet right in the shoulder pads and takes him down for a loss.
Second down and about 12 now for West Sioux from their own 30. 9:05 left to play in the fourth quarter. A 41-20 advantage for West Sioux over Central Lyon George Little Rock. Deckers will line up in the shotgun. He'll have trip receivers right, a single man to the left, and a wingback right will motion out. Deckers takes the snap, drops back under pressure, rolls left, passes, and it's intercepted. Was it picked off by
Absolutely.
Cole Hugedorn? The Cole man come up with it. At the 40-yard line of West Sioux.
Or was it Spees?
Yeah, it might have been Spees, actually. Yeah, it was Spees that came up with it. And the Lion defense grabs a turnover at the 40-yard line. Nice sliding, diving interception by Spees.
Well, Cale Schulte started that one. He came off the edge and was putting the pressure on Deckers, made him roll out left side, and able to get out there. And Cooper Spees stepped right in front of that one, and like I said, made a nice sliding catch for the pick. And the Lions are in business.
First down and 10 from the West Sioux 40-yard line with 8:43 left to play here in quarter number 4. Postma from the shotgun takes the snap, fakes the hand to Meyer. Quarterback keep. Postma cuts it up the middle inside the 30 and brought down at about the 26-yard line. Nice pickup for a first down and then some for Colby Postma.
Yeah, and like I said, he does such a good job. He reads that so well, and I mean, he really sells the fake on that one because you're really not sure. Unfortunately for the running back, Kalen Meyer, he took a pretty good pop even though he didn't have the ball, but that's all part of the sell.
First down and 10 for the Lions. Ball spotted on the 26 of West Sioux. 8:20 left to play in the fourth quarter. 41-20 West Sioux with the lead on Central Lyon George Little Rock. Trip receivers left, a single man to the right. Postma lines up in the shotgun. Meyer standing to his left. Postma dropping back to pass, rolling out left side, pressure from behind, and he's going to be brought down with the quarterback sack at the 29-yard line, a loss of about 3 on the play.
Yeah, just didn't see it coming there, and probably would have been better off to tuck it and run and just take off with it and get positive yards. But credit the kid for looking down the field, trying to make a play on it.
Second down and 13 for the Lions with the ball spotted on the 29 of West Sioux. 7:40 left to play in the fourth quarter. Clock on the move. Lions trail it 41-20. Split receiver out wide to the left. Trip receivers wide to the right. Meyer will be in the backfield with Postma as the entire offense looks over to the sidelines for the play call. Meyer lines up to the right of Postma. Postma takes a snap, hands to Meyer up the middle. Nothing doing there as Meyer is met immediately, if not sooner. They will give him forward progress. No, pardon me.
No, they're
no
going to
forward
get it for
progress.
a loss.
Yeah, he's going to be lost at the 31, rather.
Yeah. Yair Topetti was the guy coming through there, and he got through that line of scrimmage, and he just stood Meyer straight up in the air.
Third down and about 16 for the Lions with the ball on their own, or on the West Sioux 31-yard line. 6:48 left to play here in quarter number 4. Postma from the shotgun, dropping back to pass, setting up the screen over the middle. Nothing happening there as, Meyer was tackled.
But he's behind the line of scrimmage, so
Yeah.
he's a running back, and you're allowed to do that. If he's behind, to do a screen, the running back has to be behind the line of scrimmage, so that way you don't get illegal linemen downfield. But in the same aspect, he can take a little contact then, and the ball falls incomplete.
Now from the 31-yard line, we'll see what the Lions elect to do here on 4th down and about 15. Looks like they're going to bring Carter Krull back out.
This could be school record style. This is going to be a 48-yarder.
From the right hash mark, or the left hash mark, pardon me. The snap is good. The hold is down. The kick is up from Krull. Does it have the distance? Was it just short?
No.
Just short. Looked like it had the accuracy just a little bit short. That snap was actually a little high, but Van Berkom did a good job of wrangling it in. So Krull's 48-yarder just short and no good. The score stays at 41-20 with 6:39 left to play here in the 4th quarter, and West Sioux will get the ball 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
Well, and the defenses are still playing out here. It was all offense in the first half, Jay, and it's been all defense in this one.
3 points for the Lions, the only scoring we've seen in the second half so far. 1st down and 10. Deckers will line up in the shotgun. Twin receivers right, a single to the left. Deckers calls it out, takes the snap, hands up the middle. Not a lot happening there. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play, but that's about all.
I think they're going to lose a yard.
Yeah. Lynott on the carry for West Sioux. Taking a while to pile off here as the officials calling timeout on the field here. Looks like everybody's up. Okay, they were just calling timeout to get the ball spotted, so now they'll wind it up again, and it will be a loss of a yard. So a 2nd down and 11 from the 19 for West Sioux with 6:20 left to play in regulation. 41-20, West Sioux with the advantage. Deckers lines up in the shotgun. Twin receivers right, a single to the left. Deckers takes a snap, throws over the middle. There's Lynott off to the races once again. Up the middle of the field, and Lynott is going to take this one all the way to the house. Gaining on him was Telford, and Telford tripped him up inside the 10. I spoke too soon. Telford tripped him up from behind and took him down at the 4-yard line. So Cole Telford was gaining on him and was able to get that ankle grasp to trip him up.
Wow, but just like that, Cade Lynott, we saw him. He scored on that one back in the first half like that. He just does that quick little slant route and gets up the middle, and they spread out the safeties out to the outside, so there's nobody to cover him in the middle, and he is so fast. I mean, it's impressive that Telford was able to run him down.
5:50 left to play in regulation. Clock on the move. It will be a 1st and goal for West Sioux with the ball spotted on the 4 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. And West Sioux will line up, looks like in an I-back formation with Deckers under center. And Deckers is going to call a timeout. 5:33 left to play in the 4th quarter. Timeout on the field. 41-20, the lead for West Sioux over Central Lyon George Little Rock. This is Lion Football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Are you where you need to be on your financial planning process? Whether it's planning for retirement, investment, or risk management, trust our team at Frontier Bank Wealth Management to start you on the path to financial success. We guarantee exceptional customer service and value your time. We hold ourselves to the highest fiduciary standard in the industry and serve your interests, not our own. Whether you're just starting your financial plan or want help in maintaining it, let Frontier Bank help you plan your future.
Back at Dick Knoll Field in Rock Rapids, 5:33 left to play in the 4th quarter. A 41-20 advantage for West Sioux over Central Lyon George Little Rock. It will be a 1st down and goal for the Falcons on the Lions' 4-yard line. Deckers will line up under center, I-back formation behind him. Deckers calls it out, and a fake pitch, quarterback keep over the left tackle. Deckers, will he have it? Yes, he will. He's into the end zone for the West Sioux touchdown with 5:26 left to play in the fourth quarter. We've got an injured Lion down on the field on the goal line.
Wow, man, and that was the guy who took the receiving end of the quarterback coming through and just lowering the boom on him.
So Hunter Deckers will score with 5:26 left to play here in the fourth quarter. 47-20. We got an injury timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout as well. This is Lion football on the Central Lion Broadcast Network.
Farmers, it's harvest time, and let's face it, things are quite different this year. Are you worried that your yields are down, but your production costs will keep rising? Let DeNoble & Company PC, certified public accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, relieve some of your stress by working with you to minimize your taxes and maximize your return. Call DeNoble & Company today for more information on end-of-the-year tax planning. We are a stable, reliable company with the security of experience and the energy of youth.
Turns gold. I was made for this. I was made for this. I was made for this. Last time the world was amazing. Jackpot smile, but I was made for this. Kiss your rose and I'm making I was made for this.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank. In your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics.
Are you where you need to be on your financial planning process? Whether it's planning for retirement, investment, or risk management, trust our team at Frontier Bank Wealth Management to start you on the path to financial success. We guarantee exceptional customer service and value your time. We hold ourselves to the highest fiduciary standard in the industry and serve your interests, not our own. Whether you're just starting your financial plan or want help in maintaining it, let Frontier Bank help you plan your future.
Back at Dicknall Field here in Rock Rapids as we await the injury timeout here. A Lion down with 5:26 left to play in the fourth quarter. 47-20 the advantage for West Sioux over Central Lion George Little Rock. Deckers scoring on a 4-yard touchdown run. At the end of that run, he had met head-on with a Lion player, and that Lion player still down in the end zone right now, being attended to by the Lyon County Ambulance crew down here on the field.
We do see a back brace out there, and we do believe that they're taking every precaution that they can. We did see movement out of the player, so that is always a good sign that we saw movement. They're going to take every precaution that they can here.
If you guys could all just please join me in prayer. If we could all bow our heads. Dear Heavenly Father, we just ask that you be with us, that you be with this person, that you be with this body who is needing your help right now. We just ask that you give them peace. We ask that you give your healing mercy to this man. We pray that we remember this is just a game, Lord. And we ask that you protect this person, that you protect his family, and that we continue to keep him in prayer. We thank you for the people who are here helping him now. We pray that they are getting the best care that they can, Lord. And we just ask in your holy name that you give your best healing mercies to this young man. Amen.
Just had a moment of prayer over the public address system here at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids. Again, we are not certain which player it is for the Lions just yet.
We have an idea, but we definitely don't want to speculate on anything. And like I said, they are loading him into the ambulance. They're going to take him in to get checked out, and we just wish the best for that player.
Yeah, certainly, no doubt about that. You hate to see that this late in a great contest like we had here. Very, a lot of scoring here tonight, but it was a very physical football game as well, and a physical play right there on the goal line. It's a physical game. Football is, and you see players get injured like this every so often. I guess we did see some movement, so that certainly was good. And we will not name the player just for sake of making a mistake here, because we can't confirm who that player was for the Lions. If we do get confirmation of who it was, we will let you know and pass that along to you as soon as possible. We'll have the extra point attempt coming up here for the West Sioux Falcons. A 4-yard touchdown run from Hunter Deckers makes it a 47-20 ball game. The extra point attempt coming up here for the Falcons following this injury timeout. They're going to give both teams a opportunity to huddle up here and try to get back into football mode, which, as you know, having played football, it's obviously tough to do after an injury like that on the field, and see if they can finish out this final 5.5 minutes of the ball game here tonight.
Well, and those are the things you gotta know too, and you gotta think about is you feel bad for him, and you're worried about your brother, your partner, your teammate out there. These guys are best friends with each other, so you're worried about him. You really care about him, but in the same aspect, you know that he wants you to play,
right?
And you gotta keep moving on. We'll worry about him. We'll let the professionals take care of him. And we'll go check on him later, but right now we're going to finish this football game, and then we'll go from there.
Point after attempt coming up here from West Sioux following the 4-yard touchdown run from Deckers on the play. The extra point kick will come from Tepete with 5:26 left to play in regulation. A 47-20 advantage for West Sioux. Snap is good. The hold is down. The kick is up. And the extra point is no good, wide to the left. 5:26 left to play in the fourth quarter. We'll have the ensuing kickoff coming up next. This is Lion Football on the Central Lion Broadcast Network.
Farmers, it's harvest time, and let's face it, things are quite different this year. Are you worried that your yields are down, but your production costs will keep rising? Let DeNoble & Company PC, certified public accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, relieve some of your stress by working with you to minimize your taxes and maximize your return. Call DeNoble & Company today for more information on end-of-the-year tax planning. We are a stable, reliable company with the security of experience and the energy of youth.
Back at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids, 5:26 left to play in the fourth quarter. 47-20 the lead for West Sioux over Central Lion George Little Rock here tonight. Week number 2 of the 2019 season, the home opener for the Lions here tonight, as a rigorous early season non-district schedule for the Lions goes here. We got good word passed along to the audience here. We got a round of applause. That is certainly good to hear. I didn't hear the announcement, Joel. Did you?
I did, now with my headset on.
Okay, but certainly any news is welcome, and a round of applause from the Lions sidelines and from the fans here. So that is certainly great to hear. Tepete on the ensuing kickoff from West Sioux. It will be fielded by Telford at about the 5-yard line. Telford takes it to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, breaking for the sideline, and here comes Cole Telford, knocked out of bounds, and we're going to get a late hit for West Sioux on the play at about the 43-yard line. That should stretch. Well, they'll say the 41 is where he went out of bounds.
Yeah, they're going to say he went out the 41, but like I said, he took that hit, like the 44-yard line. So you're going to tack on another 15 onto this one. Great return there by Telford, and that's 2 of them here for him tonight. The 95-yarder earlier in the game, and there's another one getting him out across the midfield marker with the penalty.
Yeah, the officials will walk it off here. We'll see. It looks like they're going to walk it off from the 41. So as the officials walk it off with 5:17 left to play. No, they will walk it off from the 45. Pardon me. With 5:17 left to play in the fourth quarter, and a 47-20 lead. Helmet-to-helmet contact was the call. So the ball will be spotted on the 44 of West Sioux, and Central Lyon George Little Rock will take over first and 10 in Falcon territory with 5:17 remaining in regulation, and the Lions trailing by 27.
That's a dangerous one there. If they're calling helmet-to-helmet contact, you got to be careful. They start talking ejections in that one. And in high school, you get ejected, you miss the next week as well.
Trip receivers to the left side, single receiver to the right as Postma will line up in the shotgun, takes the snap. He'll hand to Meyer up the middle for no gain on the play. And second and 10 coming up here for the Lions as we'll dip inside of 5 minutes remaining in tonight's football game, I should say.
Well, Jay, the things that we got to really take away from this game is, in the first half, our offense came alive. We played well. We played right with these guys for, the first quarter into the second quarter. We were right with them. Those are big bonus steps that we took. And coming here in the second half, defensively, we really picked it up, and we did a lot of good things. There's a lot of positives that Coach Eben's going to be able to take out of this game.
No doubt about it. The Lions have looked much better here this week than last, and like you mentioned, Joel, just get better each and every play, each and every week. Great catch by Metzger on the pass from Postma down to the 36-yard line of West Sioux, and that will be a 8-yard pickup, setting up a 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, nice job there by Metzger, just running that little, basically a drag route right across the center of the field, and Colby put it right out in front of him, got his hands up there, and a great catch.
3rd down and about 2, long 2 for the Lions. Ball spotted just outside the 36 of West Sioux. Postma will line up in the shotgun. Trip receivers to the left. Metzger in motion, slipped and fell, then took the hand from Postma, and he's going to be stopped about the 35. So it's going to be 4th and a long 1 coming up for the Lions here.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm assuming they're going to go for it here. They're in that territory, and 4th down and 1 inside the 35-yard line. The way they've been running the ball, they got a pretty good shot at this, Having Kalen in the backfield there, you just put this on your offensive lineman. You tell him, you go out there and get us 1 yard.
3.5 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. Clock is on the move. Lions trail at 47-20. 4th down and a long 1 from the 35. Postman in the shotgun, hands to Meyer, and Meyer leans forward. He's going to be
close.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to mark him short.
He was falling forward, but then when he hit the linebacker, he bounced back. I don't know. This is going to be close. They're going to say no.
Yeah, the spot's going to be short of the 34, so that will be a stop for West Sioux. And a turnover on downs for the Lions with 3:12 left to play. A 47-20 advantage for West Sioux, and the Falcons will come back out on the field.
3 minutes to go, though. Falcons are up by 27. And like I said, we've seen them do a few different sets out here. I wouldn't be surprised to see them come out and show some of that power again here and work the clock. One thing that does is that helps them develop that, and in the second deal, it makes other teams set up for it as well. Other teams are going to have to play for it if they see it on tape. 1st
down and 10 for West Sioux, and in at quarterback. Looks like they've got the freshman in at quarterback now for the Falcons as the second team is in. A hand up the middle, no gain on the play, and it will be a 2nd and 10 coming up for West Sioux.
And West Sioux just content there. Like I said, they're calling fair game out here. They're going to bring the subs in, get some of these younger kids in the game, and a freshman quarterback out there playing some varsity. Obviously, he's the heir apparent coming in next after you see Deckers take off and leave, and they've got a shot at maybe having another 3-year quarterback.
Yeah, he's got some good size to him. 6 foot, $150. Dylan Wiggins is his name. He's the quarterback for West Sioux. And the carry will go to the 37-yard line, pickup of 3 on the play. And the tailback on that play was Brady Lynott. Another Lynott name. There's a few of them.
We need to get rid of those names.
3rd down and about 7 coming up here for the Falcons. The ball spotted on their own 37. 2:13 left in the 4th quarter. Clock on the move. Lions trail it 47-20. As Wiggins will line up in the shotgun formation, trip receivers left, a single to the right. Wiggins dropping back to pass. Under pressure, hit as he throws, and throws deep over the head of the intended receiver. Nice meeting at the quarterback by the defensive ends for the Lions.
Yeah, Lions doing a great job there. Like I said, that pressure's been there all night long. That was Damian Kelderman, Cale Schulte, those two guys getting after it, and good to see. They're going to force the punt, and Deckers will come back on.
Clock stops on the incompletion with 1:58 left to play in the 4th quarter. 47-20, the advantage for West Sioux over Central Lyon George Little Rock. Back deep to return for the Lions. We got Jacob Pileski back as the punt is off, and Pileski will field it at the 29-yard line just across the 30. He'll be brought down at the 32 with 1:48 left to play in the 4th quarter. Lion offense back out on the field, trailing 47-20 in this one. And Joel, you talk about the takeaways. Certainly a very much improved effort for the Lions here tonight against once again a very talented football team like they saw last week.
Well, and it's great to see Colby Postma back in. He's definitely showing why he's the starter, the senior starter out there. He's made a lot of good plays. He's really done a great job of managing this offense and running this offense. So, so he's been a positive outlook. Kalen Meyer ran the ball hard again here tonight. Carter Crawl had some nice things going. Seeing Cooper Spees come into the game. Cooper Spees is he doesn't have the stats to show it. He's only got 1 catch on the night, but a few sparks out there. He's got, I guess he's got 2 catches, 1 offensively and 1 defensively.
That's right, yeah.
He's got that interception. So a talented young sophomore making some plays.
Ran some really good routes as well, he did. The jet sweep over the right side. The hand goes to Luke Rasmussen, and he's hit in the backfield after he bobbled on the handoff. And it will be a loss of a few for the Lions. The exchange with Ben Anderson was not that clean. 1:27 left to play in the 4th.
It's good to see Ben back out there. Ben last week over in West Lyon got the start in place of Colby, and actually injured his hand in the middle of that 2nd quarter out there. Took a shot to the thumb there on his throwing hand, and that's what took him out of the game. So it's good to see that that's healed up enough that he could come back in and play.
Trip receivers left, a single to the right. Anderson in the shotgun. Calls it out, takes the snap. The hand will go up the middle to Dorian Johnson, the 5'10", 155-pound sophomore. And Johnson will carry for no gain on the play. Inside the final minute, 47-20, the lead for West Sioux. As we're winding down this one here tonight, and none too early with the clock stoppages here tonight, but a long one tonight, but a very much improved Lion effort, no doubt about that, here in week 2. So sticking with the mantra, keep improving every time you take the field this season, and the Lions have certainly taken a step in the right direction here tonight. Jet sweep this time. We're going around left end to Pileski, and he'll be dropped for another loss. And that should be the final play of the ball game here as the clock dips to inside of 10 seconds. And the fans will give a round of applause as this one comes to an end here tonight. Final score, West Sioux defeating Central Lyon George Little Rock 47-20 tonight in game number 2 of the 2019 season for the Lions. Lions will fall to 0-2. West Sioux will improve to 2-0, and the outlook doesn't get any easier for the Lions. A road trip to Spirit Lake coming up next Friday night as the brutal early season schedule continues for Central Lyon George Little Rock. Stay tuned. We'll be back to wrap it up when we return from Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids. This is Lion Football on the Lion Broadcast Network.
Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank in your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Yeah, hard work looks easy when everything you touch turns gold. I was made for this. I was made for this. I was made for this. Last time the feeling was amazing. Jackpot smile. I was made for this. Can't stop the moves that I'm making. I was made for this.
Farmers, it's harvest time, and let's face it, things are quite different this year. Are you worried that your yields are down, but your production costs will keep rising? Let DeNoble and Company PC, certified public accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, relieve some of your stress by working with you to minimize your taxes and maximize your return. Call DeNoble and Company today for more information on end-of-the-year tax planning. We are a stable, reliable company with the security of experience and the energy of youth.
Back at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids, ready to wrap up our coverage here tonight. Final score of 47-20. West Sioux defeating Central Lyon George Little Rock. Pardon me. Yes, 47-20. That was your final score here tonight. Got a little confused with all the points. Some accused me of not being able to count that high, and I guess it would be justified here tonight.
That's right. We took the shoes off and everything.
Yeah, 47-20, the final score here tonight. West Sioux defeating Central Lyon George Little Rock. Lions fall to 0-2 on the season. West Sioux improves to 2-0 on the season, but a much improved effort. The Lions looked a lot better, a lot more smooth out there on the field tonight.
Yeah, they did do a heck of a lot better. You know, they came out. And from the get-go, you talk about last week at West Lyon how bad we got off to a bad start right there. I mean, we went down 14-0 like right away. Here against West Sioux, obviously there's that ability. You could go down 14-0 real quick against these guys as well. But we didn't. We stayed with them. We fought with them all the way through, halfway through that second quarter. We were right in there hanging with them and just kind of ran out of gas in the second quarter, but a lot of positives there. Then you got to talk about going into the half. We got into the half, made some amazing adjustments out there defensively, offensively, and came back out. We moved the ball offensively, not as effective as the first half because of their adjustments as well. But defensively, we really came out and we were able to shut them down other than one really big play in the second half on that pass play from Deckers to Lynott. We held them guys in check, and they didn't really have a whole lot going in the second half.
And the old theme for the Lions here in 2019 will be it's not going to get any easier. A road trip to Spirit Lake coming up next Friday night as this schedule, boy, it's continuing here early on in the season.
Yeah, and a road trip over there doesn't get any either. Yeah, everyone talks about what a nice facility is, but it really – you know, yeah, it's turf out there, but it's not very friendly out there. It is definitely not a friendly place for the visiting teams. They make things as absolutely uncomfortable as they possibly can for the visiting team when you go to Spirit Lake. So it's going to be tough. They're going to bring a good squad. They're going to have 150 people on the sidelines, and they'll be ready to go. And it's going to be fun. It could be fun because we've seen some of the sparks out there. Cooper Spees, we saw Carter, we saw Cole Telford, and the speed that we have out there. You get on that turf and things could really get fun. And if we start executing like we were, we definitely got a shot.
Yeah, it will be fun to watch next Friday night on the road at Spirit Lake, taking on the Indians. A couple of reminders before we sign off here tonight. School pictures next week. School pictures are coming up next week, kids. Make note of that and get the hair cut this weekend, get the hair fluffed this weekend, do whatever you got to do. Get the good clothes out and don't wear them until school picture day. School pictures coming up next week. Also, next Wednesday, September 11th, that'll be a 1 p.m. dismissal day. So make note of that. Early dismissal next Wednesday, September 11th.
Well, Jay, and we do want to, we can confirm now that the Lion player that was down was Carter Crawl. We can confirm that, but we can also confirm that Carter was awake, he was aware, he was sitting up, he was laughing in the ambulance, and has full range of motion.
Yes.
So all the good signs are there with Carter. A very scary moment there, but we wish him the best and a speedy recovery.
Yeah, that was the best news we got all night, no doubt about that. 47-20, the final score here tonight. West Sioux defeats Central Lion George Little Rock. More Lion football coming up next Friday night. Another roadie for the Lions as we head over to Spirit Lake to tangle with the Indians. That will do it for our coverage tonight. For Joel Viss, I'm Jay Kelly. Good night, everybody.